And I couldn't figure out how you would glue something to one with no slip sticking out. And so when he got here today, he starts fucking with me. He's like, "Oh man, y'all shouldn't have done that. I can't fix that." But then I remembered that shit is not pressurized and it flows downhill. What the big one is. Oh no, I'm getting rid of that couch, dude. That couch is nasty. You want all this off too?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to take that one off and help me put it back on because so anyway, he's been teaching me a lot. And I know how to fix everything. I'm just a little lazy when I had a little extra fire cash. So I've been done so many things today. See, I should have drank like 5 more glasses of water. Right now, we're trying to find a vein big enough to get a place in. I did find a place too. I found a piece of land, a lot that I like. So the 55 and older communities have pools and bingo and tennis, and I don't give a shit about any of that. Thank you, just me. Yes, y'all go drink some water because I didn't drink enough today. So once she gets this needle in, I'll tell the story, okay? It's a little disconcerting. I didn't drink any beer today. I've been busy all day long. I'm rather proud of myself. Okay, here we go. See, there you in the needle whisper. It went right in. I can barely feel it. Like I could only feel the friction of the needle. Not here with me, watching over me. That's where. Smooth. Do the meds reverse the alpha symptoms? No, they slow its progression. They're somewhat magical. 36 hours from now, I will feel better for a while. Not curable. Rare and severe. But it's just a breathing disease. Thank you, sweetie. All right, so bam, now we're in. All right, yeah, it's a little cold. So on the RV, when I bought the RV, I bought it because it looked really good, and I did not do a good job of checking all the things I should check. Like I didn't even make sure the toilet flushed. I assumed people would be nice enough to tell you the shit. So all the water lines underneath were fucked up and everything. But so far, I've spent like $300 on fixing all the repairs he hid from me. So that saves massive amounts of money right there. So we almost got the water lines all hooked up. The water heater works. The reason we had to pull the toilet is there was a fucking water leak under the toilet. The only way to get to this shitty red and blue piping, CPVC, is and these shark bite fittings, the pressure type fittings. Yes, I can feel it going in, kind of. It's an overall feeling. I can really feel this, which is saline. It tastes like alcohol in your blood or some shit. It's really strange. So I got that out, and so we've got the flange for the toilet. Tomorrow, my friend Kenton, who built all the walls in the pool, is coming tomorrow, and he's going to refinish the platform where the toilet sits, and then we're going to put uh, linoleum or something on it. There's fucking carpet under the toilet. I mean, not really the smartest or most sanitary thing in the world. So that's done. Stove works. I'm reading about a Hutu nano router where you can get a full signal everywhere. But I was also going to tell you most of the parks I were looking at were like 55 and over parks. And they come with like community centers and bingo halls and pools and badminton and events and shit. And that's what a lot of people are paying for. It's not really what I don't pay for. I don't really want to pick line. Okay, so what is involved in me go getting a port? I go to the hospital and they put it in. It's my minor surgery. Should I get a port? It's about time. No, yeah, but somebody else can do it. And it's not such a good nurse, right? Because she asked me if you could self-infuse this infection. So you thought if you would have said yeah, then I'd go get one. But you say just drink more water and I'll be all right. Yeah, all right. You got it. We good. The second one wasn't no big deal. There'll be people out there, so that's cool. And $600 a month plus electricity. That's more what I'm looking at to save some money. Well, there'll still be people here, so I'll meet people. Not some big deal. And I'm gonna get the green Avenger ready for the road, hopefully, so we can go stream and see some shit. And hopefully, I'll figure out a way that I can get paid to do this. Maybe y'all will pay me to drive my ass around the country in a giant RV and the stupid shit that happens in between. Absolutely. First, we're getting it worthy. Hey, nutrient shout outs, brother. Good to see you, dude. The monkey mobile. Oh, it's the green Avenger. Yes. Yeah. Very nice. Well, I don't think it would be wise to take a mobile grow room onto the highways of America. Cheers. Pretty sure. Maybe teaching everybody in the park about super soil. I don't. Dude, I ain't even drove it yet. Okay, like you don't even understand. I don't even know how to take it up to the end of my street and go up to the street yet. So, but I will figure it out. I'm quite sure the first time I drive it, I'm going to run over somebody. But yeah, new carpet comes tomorrow. It's just a little bit. I mean, I always do this when I move into place. I put new carpet in here, but the carpet's 20 years old and it's kind of funky. You can imagine what the padding underneath looks like, right? So Sips and Puffs this year, he tore that couch out today like a fucking beast. Let me tell you, it took him probably 2 hours to tear that fucking couch out while I was riding around looking for fucking faucet part. I'm talking about he went to town on that motherfucker. First he pulled the mattress off of it, then he took the folding fucking 200-pound frame out of it. I took the bolts out of it, but it did not want to come out. Let me tell you. What's the thing about you most missed about having a grow? The responsibility of the grow. One screw at a fucking time. He tore it out one screw at a time. That's what he did. Yeah, it kept me busy. It gives me something to do. I don't like, that's why I had a good time in the RV today, even though I was huffing and puffing today. I like figuring shit out. So as soon as I get that shower up and running, the other thing that we found out today is the circuit board's bad, so the refrigerator might not work on propane. But I'm gonna just get a little refrigerator for my meds. I already decided that. Like just a little teeny refrigerator that's dedicated to my meds. They may even make a DC refrigerator, or maybe. But yeah, I'm going to. I can always keep it plugged in. Yeah. This thing's so big, it's like not even funny, but it'll be okay. Toke jump in it today. Toke jumps up in it every time. So, oh my God, he hid so much stuff, but he saved me. He cut a lot of money off. I've told the story a bunch of times. I could have bought one a lot nicer, but it cost me $4,500 more. So I have only spent about $300-400 on a bunch of sweat equity. So I'm back at it, sweat equity, baby. Big yard sale in 2 weeks. If anybody's local and wants to come help me with that, that's fine. And then, I mean, this weekend coming up, big yard sale. The medicine is good for 1 month, 1 time. Yeah, I read that. So even if you had to leave it out for a week, as long as it don't get hot, right? Yep. I feel better in about 24 to 36 hours. Like I can really feel the difference. My blood pressure was a little high today. I was a little high today. Yeah, I think it sat for a long time. It has pounds of rat turds in it. But some of the things just don't make sense. I mean, he obviously tried to fix the water line and couldn't because he cut a hole in where he should have. And I had to cut an access hole for the shower today. I can't, like, I'm going to have to go buy a used part, but I actually think I got it figured out in my head today. Hey, Gnome. Well, hopefully I'll have a destination soon and this whole limbo thing will be over. It's the biggest issue right now. Selling soil. Sips is helping me. He is an organized guy, and tomorrow he's going to help me try to fix the California thing. Although he sat down on my computer for a while and it bugged him just like mine. So we're going to try to get registered in Oregon, Washington, Colorado, and California. And I have to make a call tomorrow. Kyle Cushman told me to call Hydro Farm. They might want to distribute nationally. Also talked to the worm castings guy today, and the other worm castings guy today because I got tired of waiting on the first guy, and I'm really like the quality of this guy's worm castings, the driest, nicest castings I've ever seen. That's that guy, Pure Grow up in the mountains. So we're looking at bringing some 5 pound worm castings to the site, hopefully within a month. But yeah, they'll give Sips a shout out. Sips and Puffs that did me a solid. Just a weed nerd. Came by and helped. He lives not too far away and comes by in his spare time and helps me. Brought his dog over, and now Daddy's got a new friend and tore that couch out. I couldn't have tore that couch out if I had to. So, and I'm surprised you did it by yourself. Head up. That thing probably weighed 400 pounds. Rangar, I'm going to stay in the warm and the dry. I like warm and dry. Not much on rain and humidity. Definitely nice guy. The longer I stream, the more you'll have people pop in, but we don't mind the idiots in the corner. Yeah, I know. Today I had to take my shirt off because it was so fucking hot outside. It's January. That's why I like living here. Now I don't like that other side of the heat either, but the dry I like a lot. If I can learn to drive the damn thing, I'm gonna go see a couple of things. I mean, that's why I'm worth spending so much time and money on it, so I can get it to work right and go see some. I don't ever have to worry about doing this alone because of you guys. Thank you guys. It wasn't Arizona. It was Maricopa County. Poor decision on my part. Yeah, this dog Vader's really cool, man. I mean, he's a nice dog. I can tell you though that somebody's going to have to follow me across the country in my truck and take it wherever I go because I'm not towing a fucking Toyota Tacoma behind a damn RV, 34-foot RV. All y'all motherfuckers would be dead. They would have to issue a national alert and shit. it wasn't a party. It wasn't one of my favorites.
No, we did good, but
Yeah, I heard a little bit.
it's a lot of fun.
I'm just being a pain in the ass tonight, man. I'm not dripping oil. No,
No,
that shit hurts too now. That really hurts.
hurts.
Yeah, it hurts. I'm gonna definitely be parking when I can't back up, but I got the audio guys coming to put a backup camera on. Houston, we have a small problem. I'm sorry, such a pain in the ass tonight. Scott, you can't buy my soil. You can only order the concentrate pack online.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, it moved.
It moved.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna finish the
That's big right
rotation.
there on the side.
The only reason why I went there instead is because it moved.
No, I know.
So it's right, if I go in, it might move that way or this
I got you.
way. Now, if I had an extra set of hands and I could have somebody stabilize
I can
it,
do that. I can do that. I can try.
but
Question for the nerds. When using sulfur, can you leave your lights on for any amount of time? Diamond in the top of my hand is big.
Over here, did it pop back
It's
up?
big. Yeah.
Usually one of my favorites.
Let me get one more glass of water real quick.
Yeah,
You don't like it?
it's all right.
All right. I can hold it still either.
You have a good one there because your skin around
If I hold it up like that, it's a
that.
little better. I had a friend burn his plants with sulfur with lights on today.
Feels like your hand is not. Oh,
Like it? All right, you gotta ask me. What's up, Sid? Going in for a third poke. Makes you a little nervous.
it was on me. Where is that?
Oh, you got blood. All right, I'm not gonna move. No, I can't even look. I mean, I can deal with it. It ain't no big deal, but I don't like looking. You ever give yourself a needle a shot? You give yourself a
Mm-mm.
shot, right? Nah, see, you don't give yourself a shot. I have. In the juice days, big fucking needle. You know, a horror story. I have a friend named Warren Chamberlain. When I was growing up, he had the short boy complex. He said I got roids, and he got pretty big, and he spun around in the bathroom one day, sticking himself an inch and a half 19, and jabbed it into his hip bone, and it got like stuck. I heard him scream, and I went to the bathroom. He's sitting there with a giant syringe coming out of his side. He's like, "Help!" I was like, "What do you want me to fucking do? I have no fucking clue. I'll call 911, dude. That's all I know how to do." He's like, pull it out. I was like, how you pull a fucking needle out? He's like, dude, it's stuck in the fucking bone and you need to pull it out straight. You got to spin around, you know? So
Yeah.
I grabbed it and pulled it out. Fucking nut. And I think he got an abscess. It was all a really nasty situation. Yeah. It keeps me from dying, Mark Caltro. I'm not moving my hand, by the way, at all. At all.
Are you comfortable?
I'm
Or do you
cool.
need something
No,
to
I'm cool. Yeah, y'all do a dab for me. Be good now. Okay, so sulfur will kill mildew. If you put sulfur in a burner, it will kill mildew. And you use it in the dark. But I had some friends of mine that treated some small plants today, um, and they left the light on for a couple of hours, and they got some frying in the top of their plants. And I said, well, I would only do it in the dark. That's also the reason that I really don't like introducing clones to a grow that's had mildew. I'm a big start over guy, and a lot of people can't handle start over. Start over costs money. You tell somebody to throw their crop away because it's got mildew, they go, I've got like $6,000 in this fucking thing, man. I go, yeah, I understand. I've been a grower for 40 years. But sometimes you just need to start over again. That's a tough, tough call for anyone involved. Yeah, 6'6" is fine, guys. Yes, she will come to an RV park to do this as long as it's not a billion miles away. So I have found one that's literally on her route, as it were. She travels around. It's mildew's a tough ass thing, man. Clean everything, toss all your clones, start again from seed. A lot of people don't like to do that. I tell people that, and sometimes they get upset. I've done it many times. You can keep treating it. Trust me, you can. If you got a clone, you have to. I got it off of Apollo 13. You got to change your conditions, number one. You've got powdery mildew, then you got it for a reason. Generally, a temperature drop of about 20 degrees or more between dark and light. Anytime you have a temperature change of 20 degrees, you're going to get condensation on the bottom of the leaves that you can't see. 25 degrees difference, so 85 in the daytime and 65 at night, you're going to get fucking PM every time. By the way, St. Bernard says that if you keep your bricks up real high, you will help keep mildew in check. And powdery mildew can absolutely become systemic. We almost never got it. It took me a year to get it out of Apollo. A lot of work, separation, all that stuff. Really good ways to stick it in the sunshine, but you can't always do that. Cool, we in a line now. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Well, Lost Art, a lot of the clones that I used to work with definitely came from other people. So you have to think about that. So systemic means they can get inside the plant and not want to leave. And yes, so your mic is too loud. I'll back up a little bit.
So Dana Caitlin is a friend of mine who's one of the best trimmers I've ever met in my life. She's also fucking smoking hot, and she is with a guy named Nerd Bogate. Nerd Bogate, nicest fucking guy you ever met in your life. So I'm not gonna talk shit here, okay? All I will say is a lot like Nutrient Shoutouts and Nikki. They're very lucky people. If you can meet somebody that turns you on and trusts you and that you love, you're a lucky person, because 99% of us can't find that. But Dana's fucking hot. I mean, there's no doubt. She's got a Snapchat page. Right before I met Amber, I was a member, but I stopped because it's not proper to have a girlfriend and look at somebody else's coochie. But she is fucking hot as a motherfucker, okay? But this was my point. Today, she was streaming on Instagram, and I watched her. And, you know, she's a girl with fucking however many gazillion followers. So she had like 68 people watching her day on her channel. So check this out. The fucking haters were harder than in my channel. I mean, she spent as much time doing dabs as she did throwing fucking haters out. What is wrong with our society? I mean, people come in our channel and sit here like they have nothing to do. They're like, Subcool went just live. Let's go talk shit about it. Let's go talk shit about Jill and Jinx and whatever, fucking drinking, whatever. What the fuck is wrong with you people? And then you have fucking this girl, Dana. Let me repeat. One of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. One of the best trimmers I've ever met in my life. Hangs out with, I don't know whether, yes, I did get evicted. I have 27 days to find a home for me and my dogs. Yes, I got evicted today legally. The paperwork is... fuck, I don't know where it is, but it's somewhere. Yeah, I got addicted. But, I mean, my point was, what the fuck? Why are you sitting there fucking with Dana? She's one of the nicest human beings I've ever met in my entire life. So, I don't care what you haters have to say anymore. If you guys can pick on a 30-year-old beautiful girl who has nothing going on wrong, then fuck you retards. Thank you, Spiky. Dude, I know I come off strong. I am who I am. No, but they want their time, so I like their time. They're jacking off on the corner, spooging on each other's faces. That's just how I see it now. Look, if you guys will join me in this, if you just think about the guys that join here with an agenda, not the 99% of us, but those other guys, coming back to the 4x6 gum, they're just jacking off in the corner, okay? To old porn, like Playboy. Not even like squirting porn. By the way, I have to do a show on squirting one day because I fucking don't get that. Back to the 4x6. So now we had the Space Dude mail. And we had Jack the Ripper, and we sent it to Amsterdam, and we got our ass beat. That was good, Envy. So now we know what, now we have something going on, okay? I mean, now we actually have something going on. We have Jilly Bean and we have Jack the Ripper. So now, this kid that had the hots for Jill named Sticky Lungs, who I'm friends with, we've reached out, he's in a wheelchair. I can't remember what Sticky Lungs had, but Sticky Lungs brought a clone to me that he called Lavender. You guys have never heard this fucking story. And I had high suspects that this lavender was the actual Urkel. I traveled through California smoking weed with everybody. I didn't just used to sit in front of a fucking computer and talk my mouth, okay? I used to actually work. So I went and got the clone Granddaddy Purple and I grew it out. I grew out the Mendo Perps. I grew out another cut of Urkel. But this lavender cut we had was just fucking awesome. Jesus fucking Christ. Just dense as a motherfucker and turned purple and had this killer fucking smell like grapes and a little lavender and everything. And I really liked it a lot. And I said, you know, I want to take this clone and turn it into a strain. So we crossed it with Space Queen. And we made a strain called Quirkle. And Quirkle was so fucking badass. No, I do not think that Sticky Lungs got this cut from Soma. I think Sticky Lungs got this cut from somewhere in Oregon. At the time, so many people were growing pot in Oregon that an ounce of cannabis was only $40. And from that we made Quirkle, and from that we made a BX of it called Deep Purple. And just so you guys know, all that shit's lost forever unless you find it. Everything I made, all 250 strains, are all gone, lost to ever to people, unless you guys can just happen to find them. Because I don't have them anymore. I don't have anything but my dick in my hand and some MPX rosin. So keep the fucking music down. Keep forgetting. How loud is the music right now? I met Soma in Amsterdam at Gypsy's house, and I had... Y'all want to hear the story of Soma? God, it may require another beer. Oh, there are plenty of people out there. That guy, Seedsman Seeker online, he's got everything. See, TCDR knows. Hey, by the way, TC, if I show up in my RV, am I still welcome? 25 guys with machine guns took them. Good. I don't want y'all to be able to hear the fucking music. I don't want to get thrown the fuck out again. That's so fucking cool that TCDR still sees the fucking lavender kicking around. Any tips on growing Deep Purple? Absolutely. Veg the shit out of it. No, Craig, locals. Tip. Don't really like talking about it. Lawyers are handling it. My official stance on it is my lawyers are handling it. I can't say anything. That is my official legal stance on it. My legal team is taking care of it the best they can, and I can't really talk about it anymore. My life is a fucking shithole. I'm thinking about living in a fucking RV with my 2 dogs. I got evicted today. I can't afford my, here's, y'all ready for, y'all want some wine with your cheese? Everybody pick up some cheese, okay? So it's January, okay? So in January, my insurance starts over. So my deductible's $12,000. So in order to get the medication that I need to keep me alive, I have to come up with $12,000 this month. I don't have it, and I have no way how to get it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to die this year. I mean, I had money that I was paying for my medicine. I have a fatal illness, and I've basically faked disability for 6 years by playing this guy named Subcool, the WeedNerd. But that's all gone now. So I cannot afford the fucking deductible on my insurance. And I owe the company that makes my medicine $41,000. So it's very likely in the next 2 or 3 months that this company is going to stop shipping me my medicine. And I'm not going to get it anymore. It's like the biggest reality you can imagine. So I'm trying to figure it out. I called on my Medicare claim today with the feds, but spent about an hour online talking to them. That shit's a whole fucking trip. So, but they will stop shipping me my meds. But I got approval for right now, and I've got a month of meds on the way. They're going to be here tomorrow. I got my FedEx fucking notice. They're on the way, okay? It gets better than that. I have to have an address to have my meds shipped to me so that a nurse can show up and infuse me. If I don't have an address, like a real address, then they won't ship me my meds. And if I don't have no fundraiser, I'm not asking you guys for money. That ain't where I'm going. I'd rather blow my brains out in the fucking pool up against that fucking painting out there than ask you guys for money again. But yeah, it's real. Is it real? Is it real? I have no fucking idea what's going to happen in the next month to 2 months. That's why I've been looking at RVs. I have actually thought about giving Shiva away. Toke away because he's so big. I have some friends that would take care of him and he would have a really good life. And Daddy, I don't know. I won't leave Daddy. I mean, Daddy goes with me wherever I fucking go. So it's a fucking crazy thing. Liptech, I really don't know, and it's kind of rude to bring up right now, you know. I haven't talked to him since the day it happened, so. I mean, come on. But I will tell you, with no employment in 3 months and all my bank accounts closed, I do not see how to rent a house. If you guys know how, you're welcome to send me a fucking email. But RV, put my shit in the RV. I will lose everything in here. I mean, that furniture and all the stuff I paid for, the air conditioners, all the stuff that I did to try to improve this guy's house while I lived here, I lose all of that. So that's okay. All that furniture outside, all that stuff, we'll just walk away from it all. But the RV will allow my dogs to be safe, so. I have to stay close enough to Arizona to deal with legal problems, but I want to stay in California because it's the only place in the world right now that's actually legal. Have I played for Medicare? Yes. 225 fucking people just came back. Holy fucking shit. All right, let's taste this other strain. Dude, I would pay somebody if they could show me how to stop the pop-ups on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Who invented the fucking pop-up? Because I want to stab him in the fucking neck with this fucking dab tool. Quit popping up the fucking... Oh, Facebook. Fuck you. Chrome, Google. Fuck you. Notification. God, I hate that shit. All right, this is some other gizmo I bought for... Oh, we have to go live cam. Live cam! Dago, thanks to Dago for the special effects. Digger Dugger, what's up? Dago Vision. All right, let's taste this shit. Ow. Okay, now we're going to try. I really like the label on this. fucking people from Chile watching me get high. That's fucking crazy. Like, look, y'all want to help me do something? Y'all want to help me do something? I really can't advertise the charge pack. And I can't sell the charge pack in grow stores yet because I don't have certification and I'm not smart enough to know how yet. No shit, I've been on the California website for a fucking week. If you guys want to help me do that, that's fine. Help me spread the news about the charge pack. Some guy came on Flame the other day that it's more expensive than buying the stuff. He couldn't have been more wrong. You cannot buy 16 cubic foot of soil for cheaper than you can make with a charge pack the way we're making it. I swear, doesn't it look like I made this beer? I told you it looked like Space Dude beer. No, to have nutrients, you have to be registered in every state. California is the most complicated state. And on one form, I use my P.O. box. On another, I use my home address. And now the fucking system says I have to start back over. I'd rather blow fucking humpo than do that, but I'm going to start back over. Every state is complicated. Oregon is the most complicated in the world. To sell at a store, you have to be registered. But I can sell on Amazon and I can ship to you. If you've watched my website, you will know that I am shipping charge packs around the world right now. I've already started talking about it. Yes, I sell 1,000-pound totes. I have no problem giving you guys my fucking phone number. The charge pack is... What the hell just happened? Charge pack super soil can be used to brew a tea. No. It's not. A charge pack is a very simple thing. People ask me questions about the charge pack and I can't answer them. The charge pack was based on my super soil recipe, which is a pain in the ass to make. You got to go buy 5 pounds of blood meal, 5 pounds of bone meal, 5 pounds of fucking oyster shell. You got 5 pounds of alfalfa, 5 pounds of it, 2 pounds of this. You fucking, by the time you leave the damn hydro store, you have enough to make 5 batches. And that's cool too. But I work with this guy. I can't believe you guys don't know the story. The guy that created the charge pack beat my ass with God's pussy. I think it's the coolest story ever, so help me spread the story. You can use it with Pro Mix, but Roots has things in it that we don't necessarily... Roots is the formula we use to come up with super soil. So do you understand that? Roots is some guys in Oregon that are friends of mine. In fact, I'm supposed to start selling it on the website very shortly. Hey, Jimmy Crack Corn's back. Do not ban this guy, okay? Moderators, do not ban this guy, okay? Please let him hang out. So the truth of the matter is Big Roots is just a little too tight and Roots is a little too much. My favorite recipe is 5 bags of Roots Aurora Original and 5 bags of Big Roots, 50 pounds of worm castings from Build the Soil until I have them, and 20 pounds. Dude, I wish somebody would come fucking sit at my fucking computer and help me fucking log it in, because God, it's a pain in the ass. And it's one of the reasons my friend the Soil King's that he's certified in 48 states. Imagine what that cost. Every single fucking month you got to pay to stay certified. Jimmy's aura-grown budman, so just let him run. Yeah, see, just let him run. He's jacking off in the corner to some really old 1978 porn. So on Castings In, I could have already put castings on the site, but I'm working with a guy who makes micronized worm castings. Do y'all know what micronized worm castings are? Can anybody tell me? Micronized worm castings? You know that Playboy porn where they don't really show any juice or anything? You remember that shit, right? Classy, classy, classy. Nothing is wrong with Build the Soil. Good fucking people. Yeah, micronized means it's sieved and cleaned and it's more potent. So the problem with worm castings is in shipping. Shipping is fucking expensive. And I have bought some really crappy fucking worm castings before in my life. You know what I mean? Like wet. Excuse me. Wet with pieces of graph in them and shit. I mean, just really fucking weak. But you can do it better. All right. It is time to dab. All right, I'm going to do it for you. Get your bowls, your bongs, your big fat joints, your hookahs, your 3-hole dab rigs, your bamboo bong, your vaped vaporizer, your e-nail, your Earl Dabs sidecar piece that about 10 of you people own. It is time to get high with the WeedNerd. Well, Jimmy, we'll make sure that you get the address so you can come dance and shit on my grave, okay? Will that make you feel better? I am so fucking impressed and also a little embarrassed that I was able to deposit $364 into my account today from Patreon. You guys are motherfucking awesome. I don't even know how to explain it. I mean, how the fuck did that happen? Well, that's cool, Jimmy. Most people know the address. I'm not hiding anymore, so keep it up. Knock yourself out. What are you gonna do? Come kill me in my sleep? Cool. I hate you guys that have uva. Uva. So the micronized nutrients are the thing I'm studying now. I hope I can bring them to you. It seems like a fun thing to do. So the bottom line is it's less weight. So if we're shipping wet, gooey, fucked up shit, then you're just paying for shipping. The one thing I've learned about the soil and nutrient business is the number one thing wrong with it is the cost. Jesus. The fucking shipping is just too much. It blows my fucking mind. Jimmy Crackcorn is now jacking off in his chair while he watches us all talk online. Obviously, that's his big thing. It's funny the amount of hate that can be generated in the world, isn't it? Somebody can devote that much energy to one thing. You know, some people maybe can devote that much energy into a plant, maybe growing, maybe sending seeds to people all over the world, maybe raising money for some kids. And then other people can spend their entire 4 years follow me around. That's why I don't want y'all to ban him. I see this shit 10 times a day, dude. It's fucking hilarious. All right, y'all want me to toss him? Let's take a vote. Let's take a vote. We'll take a vote. Well, I'll let you guys vote. Oh, sacre bleu. All right, I took a vote. I took a vote, dude. I took a vote. All right, well, don't ever say I'm not fair, okay? Because I ask. Kicked in the hoop, fuck. Oh, I know exactly who he is. He's somebody that likes somebody else that I know. But he was a little distracting, so if that's okay. Soiled Roots, what's up, my brother? How you doing, man? So look, in 2 weeks, let's get down to some personal shit. Since y'all know where I live in Mesa, Arizona, on a little fucking I live in a little cul-de-sac, fucking Mesa, Arizona. And I'm having a yard sale next weekend because I got to just reduce my shit. I mean, I can't live in a trailer. So if you guys want to fucking come to the yard sale where I'm selling the turtle shell, and I sold the stall mats today, and Sharpie's going to be so fucking pissed off at me. But I got so many things coming at me from so many different fucking directions, I don't even fucking know. But I guess I can sell everything. I guess I can sell, if I'm going to live in an RV, it's not like I can fucking, you know, like look at this fucking badass thing right here. It's like one of my favorite pieces of artwork. I love this fucking mat, dude. It is bad fucking ass. But I don't think it'll fit in an RV. I got an LED light behind it and shit, so. Yard sale next weekend. I have a really stupid question to ask everybody. 232 viewers right now. His father Mike and another friend of mine came up and got all those stall mats. And about halfway through, they stopped to smoke a bowl with me, and they were like, dude, that is fucking nuts. These things are so fucking heavy. I said, I told you guys they were fucking heavy. Sid, are you going to come in and help me moderate and try to bring in 2 more people at a channel or not? Is liquid worm castings broken down to a pure form? I do not believe so. I believe 90% of the products on the market are shitty products aimed to fuck you in the ass. By the way, it is time for our PayPal notice. If you're using PayPal, you're supporting Nazi cocksuckers who would grow up and fuck your daughter in the ass. They are the most insidious piece of shit motherfuckers on the planet right now. While they pose as an easy payment system for you to use to maybe pay for some porn or something that's online, the truth is they actually hate the cannabis community so fucking much that they have probably kept money from about 50% of the people in this channel. And I want you to listen to this, okay? Because this is just not a rant. This is the real shit. When I owned my t-shirt company, they kept $600 from me. When I started my soil company, they held $450 worth of payments from me. Now, I could refund the money to you, all you people, and actually recharge you. But why the fuck would I do that? There's 6 people who bought charge packs from me. And they paid me in goodwill. Sub, we will pay you. They paid me. And fucking cock-sucking piece of shit motherfucking PayPal is holding that money. So my very first sale that I ever made with Super Soil, the son of a bitches are fucking keeping my money. So if you motherfuckers are using PayPal, not only are you not listening to me, but you're kind of against me. Because these motherfuckers need to be tossed. There are no fucking rules. They closed my account for soil with no fucking reason. I talked to them on the phone. Do you know what mistake I made? I used the same fucking phone number from the t-shirt company, from the soil company. Fuck you, PayPal, suck my fucking dick. Thank you. That is our announcement for the No, they don't tell you why. They tell you can write a fucking letter to their legal department. Fuck you, you piece of fucking shit. Could I be more clear? Stripe, however, actually called me and said, hey, we don't really like your Dank logo. And I was like, really? They said, yeah, your Dank logo is against our terms of agreement. And I was like, okay, well, that's kind of shitty, but what if I remove the Dank logo? They said, if you remove the Dank logo from your soil website, we will process for you. And I said, okay, that sounds very good. So we have Stripe processing through the site. I also have a fucking bank account, okay? And I can hook it up to Bank of America. But I don't mind paying these guys a couple of % if they'll act like a decent business. But if you guys are fucking using PayPal, I'm telling you. Charlie just scalded. No regulation. Unfucking believable. Well, you know, it's a tough business that we are in. I sold pot t-shirts. Dude, you know, I've long ago got used to them not liking my hair. I mean, you know, you're talking to a guy that has fucking WeedNerd tattoo his hand. So I just want you to, for 1 second, I want you to think about it. Well, they do not give you a reason, see? They just said, fuck you. So I want to share something with you people. Dildo. I do not remember you before your name was Dildo. You'll have to tell me more. 231 people hit that thumbs up button. Just so you know, I brought Dago back because Dago hated this fucking platform before I called him yesterday. I called Dago and I said, Dago, you got to check this out, dude. The people are starving for fucking starving. I've never got any of my money from Super Chat. The motherfuckers hold it. Every fucking nickel you guys donated to me through Super Chat, they fucked me in the ass raw with talcum powder. Yesterday, I invited Dago to my channel and had him help me yesterday and install some cool shit on this Streamlabs stuff. And he was like, so I saw him this morning actually streaming. It made me laugh my ass off. All right, 229 people in the fucking channel. I gotta ask you a question real quick. RV or no RV? I'm so up in the air on this shit, you don't know. So I have, I'm gonna tell you guys some stuff that like is really out there. So I own a company. I own 4 companies. I pay taxes for 4 companies. I don't know if most of you can even imagine what that's like. I was trying to build an empire. Okay. But right now, I have, the only thing I can do is recreate some pay stubs. And if I recreate some pay stubs, which I can because I made $90,000 this year, I can recreate pay stubs even though I don't pay myself any money. The reason I'm scared of the RV is because I'm sick. I mean, I'm not trying to be a bitch, okay? I'm fucking sick as fuck. I've had a run of really good health, and I think this new medicine I'm taking, Truvia, I think it helps so much better than anything I've ever taken before in my life. But like if I get cold, if I wake up cold and the RV's broke or some shit and I'm out in the desert by myself with the 2 dogs and shit, I'll fucking die. Like, boom, die. Cowboy Organics gets it. And I don't have anybody to help me. And whatever, I'm a dick. I ran everybody off. Miranda Connors ripped off $24,000 from me. Still to this day blows my fucking mind, and I let it slide, but I like saying it. I looked at 3 RVs today that were less than the bitch stole from me. By the way, she runs around in Las Vegas with brand new hat, brand new glasses, brand new shoes, brand new pocketbook, and a boyfriend that does not look as good as me. Straight the fuck up. But the RV allows me not to be homeless, and I really don't want to live with under the bridge with fucking Bobby. And I looked at this thing today. I mean, it looks like I could fucking hook it up and everything. I don't know what I'm going to do with 2 200-pound Labradors, but I swear to God, there's no way I know that I can rent an apartment in 27 days. There have been so many fucks. She's been on a shopping spree, dude. It is awful. It is fucking disgusting. I mean, I try not to revel in it because I've learned that, hate doesn't do any good. But are you fucking kidding me? So the RV, if I get an RV, if I go to a trailer park, I'll have an address, right? And they can send me my meds? Or am I crazy? No, fuck that shit. I'm going to stay in the warm. Yeah, well, I'm not trying to grow right now. I'm trying to survive. The growing thing is another thing would just be... I'm still looking for a house in California where I could grow. What's the movie where the guy said wasted talent? Isn't it, is it Goodfellas? Wasted talent? Right? Wasted talent. Isn't that the Goodfellas? Party and Piglet. I'm fine. I'm not drinking too much. I drink 5 beers every night, and it helps me fucking not lose my goddamn mind, okay? I don't drink alcohol, and I take breaks. Cali's legal. They don't give a shit about weed right now. Pamela does not see me happy in an RV. I'm not happy now. I got evicted today. I did not mean to be mean to you, Pamela. I got evicted today. I mean, the fuck? I've never been evicted in my fucking life. And by the way, how do you rent an apartment after you've been evicted? Oh, that's a good. Hey, can we see your credit report? Yeah, you're fucked. Can we see your, can we run a criminal background check on you? Oh, yeah, okay, that works. That one's good. Son man, I moved from Cali because my house burned down. Wasted talent. I watch porn. I cook. I shoot stupid videos of how to cook. I've watched every fucking TV show known to mankind because I don't sleep. How many people in the channel suffer from insomnia? It's just, insomnia is what it is. I mean, insomnia is I used to do a 1,500 milligram edible every night to go to sleep, and I don't go to sleep right now, so I just don't go to fucking sleep. So yeah, I watched I stopped watching TV because I watched it all. I turned off my cable because I can't afford it and shit, but Jesus, I watched. There's just nothing else to watch. There's only so much fucking things you can watch when you're an insomniac. Watch the entire Sopranos. Which, by the way, if you watch the entire Sopranos, it is really not very good for you. Just so you fucking guys know. I listen to a lot of music nowadays. Pamela, you really upset me, just so you know. Nah, should I watch Shameless? I watch a lot of cop shows, which is pretty fucking weird. Dude, insomnia is a fucking whole game. And you know what? I had an appointment with a psychiatrist today because I figure if you have a fatal illness, you went through a divorce, your house burnt down, you got busted, and you're facing being homeless, maybe you should go see a psychiatrist. And I fucking missed the goddamn appointment. I thought The Irishman was long and boring. I thought The Irishman was really, really boring. I mean, I watched it. It's got really good actors in it and all that shit. All right, I'm going to watch Shameless. I got it. Thank you. All right, look, there's 243 people in here today, and you guys are boring as shit. Excuse me. I am boring as shit, but do you guys want to come back and smoke some weed in about like an hour? 30, 45 minutes, an hour? Let's take a vote. I'm going to go feed the dogs, play with the dogs. You can reach me at subcoolsupersoil@gmail.com. You can also reach me at subcool.com, but you know, they have subcool@gmail.com, but you know, they might have that fucking address. No, I already jacked off 3 times a day. I don't think I can again today. Don't even fuck with me, random from Texas. You don't even know who you're talking to, bro. I might sell my e-bike. I thought about that today. Let me see how many hardcore motherfuckers you are. How many people in here know what the slang is for canoe? Tell me. I'm sorry you lost someone on 9/11, man. I can't even imagine what that's like. How many people know what a canoe is? Cannabis hypocrisy has spent some time in my shoes. No, it's a fucking plastic piece of shit if you're lucky to get one that you put your piece of shit plastic motherfucking Bob Barker mattress in and you sleep on the motherfucking floor and you wait till it's fucking time to get into your cell, so you start at the end of the line with the new boys. If you're not lucky, you just have to sleep on a fucking Bob Barker gray spooged up fucking leather thing with no... Then the gray blanket. The gray blanket's my favorite. That gray blanket is nice, man. That gray blanket is the shit. And then there's that pillow. Oh, fuck you, there's no pillow in jail. So you have to use the piece of shit blanket for your pillow. Then you have to use your t-shirt for a pillowcase. Then you work your way to bunk. Now here's my favorite part, okay? My favorite part about all this, okay? So you work your way. See, I don't sleep. I'm insomniac, so I saw every motherfucking thing. So you wake up, okay? Yeah, you move. You move slowly over to the bunk, okay? You're gonna love this story. You move to the bunk, okay? The way you move is other fuckers move out. They go get sentenced or they get out. So you slowly move around until you get to a bunk. And when you get a bunk, if you're lucky, you can get a radio. A piece of shit radio, like $40 for a piece of shit radio, okay? And then, so then you got your bunk, and bunk becomes home, right? Bunk is home, right? When you go to court, you start the fuck back over. Because when you leave jail, it's called rolling out. So basically the guard opens the door and he yells your name and he says, roll out. And you got about 3 minutes to get your fucking little mattress and your fucking piece of shit wool blanket and your little fucking shoes and your cup and all your shit that you've collected, which is mainly made of paper and drawings.
and you have to leave. And then wherever you fucking go, you go to court, you ride on a fucking bus, fucking hang out, you go to video court. Usually you don't get to see the judge anymore, and then you come back and you get to start over at the head of the line. Always just pissed me the fuck off. I was like, I gotta start, what the fuck? Already went through the fucking shit. Already went through the shitty dorm and got asked to get out of the shitty dorm because the two guys were butt fucking each other at night. And y'all let me go to the other dorm. Y'all gonna put me back in the butt fucking dorm? I don't want to go back to the butt fucking dorm. It's really noisy. Fuck. So, yeah. The butt fucking dorm just was sucky. Just start back over. And the nice dorm was 4 dorms away from the butt fucking dorm. So you had to go from the butt fucking dorm to the Thunderdome fighting dorm to the fucking other dorm, and then you got to go to the old man dorm where I went, where if you don't fight, you don't get in trouble. If you don't argue, you don't get in trouble. So all the other dorms, are trying to kill each other or butt fuck each other. And this one, you have like 3 people sitting at a table watching TV. It's like, I'd like to change the TV. Okay. What do you want to watch? Well, what do you want to watch? I don't know. Well, we can't argue about what we're going to watch because they'll throw us the fuck out of here and put us back in the butt fucking cell. It's like, right? So we don't argue. So what do you want to watch? And so nobody argues in there, okay? That was a really good fucking segment right there. Fuck, we have to. I hope somebody recorded that shit. And put it back in the butt fucking cell. Like, right?
We were trying to get out of the fucking guest fucking thing, and it wouldn't lift up, and there's no place to put the fucking credit card in. And so we couldn't get out, and if you back up, you drive over these fucking spikes thing. So we were stuck downstairs. That's how fucking smart we were. We had to get out of the car, go get the security lady. Yes, we smoked bowls in the basement of the fucking multi-billion-dollar business. It was a fucking unreal day, and I felt like shit. So about 6 o'clock, the one lawyer, he repeats everything he say, and then he analyzes the whole motherfucker, okay? He analyzes every fucking thing he said. Yes, I'm in Arizona. So he's like, I'm like, okay, well, A, B, C, and D. He goes, well, sup, A and B and C and A, and let's talk about A and B, B, C, C, C. I didn't reach the fucking conclusion for this guy opens his fucking mouth. So by 6:30, man, I mean, my stomach had done a flip-flop. So I ate Slim Pickens at like 11 o'clock, ate some chicken and shit. And then that was it. So we sat there and ground for 7 hours. And if y'all missed my infusion this morning, so Mike sucks. Bubbles is so bad. Number one, Bubbles is horrible. Let me tell you what Bubbles did. Oh my God. So number one, Bubbles is using like sandwich fucking making gloves to fucking give me a goddamn infusion. You guys pointed that out today. So Bubbles is using like sandwich gloves. I didn't notice that, but he is. Okay, so he fucking, the first time he stuck it in, he sticks it in here, and when he pushed, I heard this horrible sound. This like he shot air or jizz or something in my fucking arm. I was like, oh fuck, that sounds really fucking bad. And my hand went numb and shit. So he was, the little thing, you know how an IV goes drip, 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 drip. Well, mine wasn't dripping, and the blood was running backwards. So he capped it off, and he gets the little thing out with the flu saline in it, and he puts it in there and he squishes it again. And he saw it and shoots it in, and it goes into my arm, okay? And he goes, you think it's working? And I said, I don't know. And so he's like, I don't think it's working very good. So he wasn't going drip, drip, drip. So then the stupid motherfucker unhooks the line.
And then fucking the prolaptin, which is $3,000 a load, goes shooting all over the fucking room. Like it was on my camera, it was on fucking the table, it was on my laptop, it was on my phone. So then he capped it off, and then he got another needle out, and he shoved it in here, okay? So now I've got 2 motherfucking needles in me. I got this needle in me, and with the fucking IV little fit coming out of it, and I got this motherfucking needle in me, and shit. And I just don't even fucking pay attention no more, man. Fuck, it was rough. So then we drove an hour and a half to the meeting and spent 8 hours in a fucking meeting with these guys. And I was about to slide out of the fucking chair. I was so fucking faint. I was like, ooh. And they were like, and so I'm supposed to be sub, I'm sitting over in the corner. Will's just drilling it. Will is on, man. He's on like mental crack and shit. He's like, and point 13, we will be the subjugate of the, and I'm just listening to it, and I can see stars and shit going in front of me. I can see stars. So by the time we left, I was fading like a motherfucker. Y'all ask Will. Like, I could barely move. He goes, you okay, big guy? I goes, yeah, man, I'm okay. He gets me in the truck. And yeah, there's nobody else qualified. No, Bubbles is Bubbles. Let's not pick on Bubbles. He came, he got it in. He got some of it in. We're good to go. So I was I was like this, and I have this bad thing that I say, and Will told me about it. He says what I always say is, I got it, man. I'm cool. I got it. That's okay, man. I got it. He says what I say. Like, I say that before I'm fixing to pass out. I say that when somebody offers me some food or something and I'm about to die or some shit. I'm always like, I'm okay, man. I got it. I got to go home and pack all my shit and get ready and move tomorrow. It's okay, man. I'm okay. So like, that's how I act. Like, and so he's basically like, okay, take sub to food. So he took me to a Chipotle and I ate a big old bowl of chicken and brown rice and guacamole and corn and cheese and sour cream. And then about 10 minutes later, I start feeling this stuff. I was like, okay, I'm starting to feel better now. And then we call the guy who was fucking, he's like, you need to come by the house tonight so we can make a deal on this house. And I'm like, man, I am so fucking tired. I just want to go home so fucking bad from Phoenix. So we drove from Phoenix to Chandler. I got Toke. I played with Toke. I went back to Mesa. I bought $5,500 worth of furniture, which is bad. It's probably $20,000 worth of shit. Wait till you see all the shit I bought. I bought a fucking dining room table and an armoire and a world map and a couple of beds with neon on them. And
that's the doctor. What do you mean that's the doctor?
I want the words type quiet, slightly demure person who didn't like to go in crowds that much. The first time we traveled to Amsterdam, Jill was so scared that she hit her head in my lap for about 4 hours, and I held her and petted her. She did not like fucking flying. She has a little bit of issues with the traveling thing. She had not been on a plane over the ocean, and she was fucking terrified. And I held her, held on to her really hard. No, it was distillate, 86% THC distillate. So I held on to her and stroked her hair and shit. And we landed in Amsterdam, and I got her. She wasn't used to getting on trams and shit. I'd been to Amsterdam 3 or 4 times. So I got her into Amsterdam, got her into the hotel where Keith's the guy that gave me the big giant jar of seeds, Master Chief. Okay, Master Chief was there with his wife, girlfriend, Yvette. This really nice black lady that fucking had a fascination with $500 pocketbooks. She liked Coach. She shopped at Coach. So Jilly was pretty much kind of stuck in the room until we met Yvette. And then Yvette and Jill went and shopped. So that was the first year that I was at a cup. And I was fucking working. Third year, I had High Times Top 10s. So if you guys remember anymore, but when I first started out, I busted my fucking ass. And I became the first American seed company listed in High Times magazine. And for the record, Jilly was raising the kids then. Jill was raising the fucking kids. She was homeschooling her 3 kids, and I was grinding out, and I won us a fucking top 10 award, and then I got us the second top 10 award, which is a strain. You pay High Times a little bit of money every year, and they vote you a strain. Back then, there weren't that many seed companies. So Vortex won, Jack the Ripper won, Jilly Bean won. It's just the way the business worked back then. And then they voted me number 1, first American seed company on the fucking, whatever the fucking list it is. Hall of Records, Hall of Fame, Seed Company Hall of Fame or some shit like that. And so that was cool, you know. And so I was in Amsterdam and I was working the event basically by myself. So I had paid, I want to say $1,000 or $2,000, whatever I paid for like a card table with my ass up against Big Buddha's. So Big Buddha was behind me at a little card table area, and I was ass to ass with Big Buddha, and we were selling seeds, and I was selling seeds, and I was pitching these fucking Dutch people and shit. I insulted Sam, Skunk Man. That was fucking hilarious. Uh-oh, my nose is stopping up. This is not good because I can't breathe at all. Hopefully I don't choke to death tonight. So I'm walking around the event, and this guy came up to me, and he was a fairly heavy-set figure, about 250 pounds, 260 pounds, and clean cut, super clean cut, hair short. Had that military feel about him. My brother's a Navy SEAL 2-time, so he had that feel. So anyway, I walked over to him, and he grabbed my hand, and he pulled me close, and he goes, "How you doing?" And I said, "Cool." And he shook my hand, and he goes, I forget what he fucking said to me, to be honest with you, because he scared me so fucking bad. And so when I went to pull away, he held my hand, and he's really big and strong, and he pulled me a little bit. And he said, I just want you to know that, we're watching you, and we know who you are, and we approve of what you're doing, or some shit like that. Some really weird shit like that. And then he walked the fuck off. He let me go, and he walked the fuck off. And I was like, what the fuck? So I was sure. I was sure it was DEA. Like I was fucking, my hair was standing up in the back. From my arm. And for a long fucking time, man, I was scared to death. I mean, I was terrified that I was going to get busted. I thought I was under the radar. I just knew I had a file, and I never did. I never got in any trouble. And I paid taxes. I mean, after that, we started paying taxes. I paid taxes on all the money I ever made. And then just recently, I transferred to Arizona, where I don't even grow anymore. So it's been a long, crazy journey. What the fuck is wrong with a human being that in jail, like jail smells like ass, okay? It smells like ass, straight up smells like. And so we had a sink in our cell, and we would stop up the bottom of the sink, and I bought sodas because I had a little bit of money, because I had friends, because I'm nice to people instead of being an asshole to people generally in life. And so those people sent me money and put it on my store call so I could afford to buy stuff. So I bought sodas, and I bought other things, and I had a store. Now, a store in jail is called a 2-for-1 store. The way it works is if I give you something, then when you get your canteen, you have to give me back 2. It's a fairly profitable business, and it allows you to give you and your friends lots of snacks and shit. And it allows you to save money up if you get money put in your store call, because you don't have to spend any more money because these motherfuckers have to pay you all the time. So I basically spent about $45, $50 on my first store, and I never spent any more money ever again. My store continues to grow always. Now here's the trick. On Friday night, I could bring home ice. So I would fill my sink up with ice, and I would put cans in there, that I bought, and I would chill them. And for 3 for $1, I would sell you a fucking soda. So 3 hots for 1 ice cold Coke. Now, if you've ever been in jail and you've never had, if you've been, say, a year without a cold Coke, you've only been drinking hot Coca-Colas that you get from the canteen. And you know that hot Coca-Cola's got that foamy shit in your mouth. Now, I don't drink sodas anymore, but I have drank plenty. So you know that hot foamy shit that the lukewarm Coke gives you? Well, you know that crisp, cold bite that a fucking Coke that's like 32 degrees gives you? There's a difference, right? So I was selling the snack. So 3 for $1, give you 3 hot sodas, give you a cold soda on Friday afternoon. So I could sell you a cold, I could sell you a hot, ice cold Coke. Hell, like if you had a cup, I'd give you a little bit of ice. 3 for $1. This was Canada, this was Canada, this was Canada, not U.S. This was Canada. This was Canada, not the U.S. You don't get soda in the U.S. You don't get shit in the U.S. This was Connecticut. This was in Manitoba, Winnipeg, Manitoba, the Headingley Hilton. And our store was pretty fat. We could get popsicles on Friday night. We could get sodas. We could get food. We could buy cigarettes. Spend a lot of fucking money. But you could come to me and you could get shit. You could come to me. A bundle of tobacco was 4 for $1. That's just the way it worked. I had coffee. Coffee, a Sanka was 3 for $1. So if you needed a Sanka, then I had this huge motherfucker that was my bouncer. And he made sure I got my money. But he kept anything, I've told y'all guys this, he kept anything that anybody kept. So I didn't get my shit back. He just fucking scared the shit out of somebody and fucking took their stuff back. So that's how I got my shit back. That's how I stayed in business. If somebody fucked me on a 3 for $1 deal, I'd send Tiny after him and he'd fucking kick their ass and he'd keep whatever they had. He weighed like $3.95 and could stuff a fucking basketball. Tiny. That guy. I ran from the U.S. government into Canada, across the border, on a plane in Montreal. In 1997, I crossed the border into Montreal on a plane and came into the country and ate poutine for the first time and went into the store and saw these fucking Arab dudes. I swear to God, they were planting a fucking bomb. I think they blew up fucking something somewhere. They made me leave, a hookah shop. Traveled across the entire entire country of Canada on a bus. I don't think it was a Greyhound. I think it was something in Canada. Stopped at every motherfucking Tim Hortons from one fucking end of the country to the other. Went through Cape Fear. Went through Thunder Bay, which is one of the most intimidating things you've ever seen in your life. Yes, I was fleeing the U.S. for cannabis charges, which I later dealt with. Are you a fucking narc? Or are you writing a story? Uh-oh. That's the end of the story tonight. I think it's cool so many people come back right away and watch this late at night. Y'all have nothing to do? Am I that entertaining? Or is y'all just having not a fucking thing to do? Which one is it? Yeah, so I ended up in Winnipeg, and that's where I met Bad Boy and Homegrown. And my favorite Mendo tune is How We Grow. So I got to Winnipeg and I met Bad Boy and Homegrown. And I lived with a guy named Sweet Leaf, and I taught him how to grow pot. And I filled up his basement with pot, and we were growing the fuck out of it in Winnipeg. And we had the only roof there that didn't have snow on it. And I didn't know about that, which didn't help. And catch my breath. One day I won't be able to tell stories, so y'all remember them, okay? That's straight up truth. One day I won't be able to do this. So I was getting this guy to send me some clones. I'm trying to remember his fucking name. I'll remember his name eventually. So I'd send him some clones when I lived in Florida. I sent him a whole shitload of clones, okay? I sent him Jack Cleaner, and I sent him Killer Queen, and I sent him Space Queen, and I sent him Urkel, and I sent him G13. By the way, how many years is this before I fucking met you-know-who? And so I was growing in Canada, and I was breeding these seeds, and I was trading them with my friends in the 77. And I needed some more clones. I needed the AK, and I needed a Jack's Cleaner back. So my buddy tried to mail Jack's Cleaner to me. And I sent him Urkel, and I sent him G13. By the way, how many years is this before I fucking met you-know-who? And so I was. This was in 96, 97. And this is the mistake I made. Number one, I looked too disheveled, if you know the word. It was cold as a motherfucker. I had long hair back then as well. And in Winnipeg, you don't travel by your own car, you travel by bus. So by the time I walked from the car to the bus, and from the bus to the fucking place and went in, I looked haggard to some degree. I'll always say that was part of it. But the main thing is I asked too many times the package. It was supposed to be there on like a Wednesday, so I went in on Wednesday. I said, hey, is the package there? Or Tuesday. I was like, the package there? So then on Wednesday I said, hey, is my package there? No. And then on like Wednesday I was like, well, is my package there? So I said, no. So Friday I went and my package was there, and they were acting a little sketchy, but it was whatever. I got my package, so I went home on the bus with this box, and I get home and I open it up, and the clones are dead as fuck. So I was like, well, this doesn't look right. Why are the clones dead as fuck? Because this guy should know how to send me clones. So I was like, shit. So I was in there, and about that time I heard fucking. I was like, huh, fuck. So I opened up the door, and there's the cops, the Canadian cops, and they're standing there, but they're like, they don't have a ram and they don't have a machine gun or anything, you know, they're not trying to kill me or anything like that. So they just they come inside, and he's like, hey, keep your hands where I can see me. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's cool. I'm not gonna fuck with you, you know. So he comes inside, and they sit down a little bit, and the two cops go downstairs, and they find tons of weed. I am good at my job. There's clones fucking everywhere. There's buds everywhere. There's plants all over the goddamn place. So the guy comes up from the stairs. He goes, yeah, there's quite the garden downstairs, eh? So I'm sitting there. So then they open up their little computer, and they find they run my record, and that's when they find all the warrants and shit. So that's when he cuffs me in front. They never were fucking cruel to me. And Sweetleaf was not home yet. And so basically he came home, and they released him on his own recognizance. And they held on this warrant in Canada because I was wanted in Florida, so they didn't know what to do with me. I wasn't really in that much trouble in Canada if I wouldn't have been a fucking fugitive. Because Steve got off. I mean, he was in trouble, trust me. He was in a lot of trouble. But he didn't lose his home, and he didn't spend a lot of time in jail. He basically just had to pay a lot of fines, and I think he had to do some community service. I think he had to keep his nose clean. I'm not making light of what happened to him, but he didn't fucking spend 5.5 months. But believe it or not, all that shit's expunged. Well, it's getting expunged, so it's kind of crazy that now I have a DA, which is like, I have a lot of protection now in my life. Like, I don't grow cannabis, and I don't touch anything illegal ever anymore. And I have like these badass lawyers that are in part of this contract up in Arizona and Nevada. Nevada. I am a little high. I ate 400 milligrams of Goomies. And so now I have like protection. Like, I can produce unlimited amounts of.
Look, a reindeer is just a gay moose.
Hey everybody, can you hear me now, guys? I'm gonna go ahead and spark up this joint. You know, I get emotional watching these every time. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse that. But I get emotional watching these all the time. But I was just looking and you know, they copyright strike a lot of Subcool's content, even when I'm restreaming it here, due to the music and other things and stuff. And it's like you can see right here, copyright claim, plus one more. Like, it's wild. But I won't let that stop me from sharing Sub's content. I mean, the guy, it's just not words to put it in. He affected my life like big time. So, and I'm gonna take that seriously. But let's watch another one of these in the story of PI and smoke a joint, guys. Pineapple Express, much love, and thank you so much for the support, and RIP Subcool. Let's have a dank night in honor of him.
All right, hang on. The pie story? All right, hang on.
Oh shoot, do I have a reverb, guys? I'm sorry. Let me make sure this. I'm gonna turn my sound back off while we watch this, so there's no reverb.
Bubble sucks, man. Fuck. Well, Bill has missed. He just didn't make me bleed. Bubbles makes me bleed. So I have a friend named Pie, and Pie is deaf as fuck. And he's still around. I need to call him more. Well, I need to text him more. Because he can't hear a goddamn thing. No, I'm not out of breath. I have a fatal lung disease, dude. I thought you knew that. He fucking Pie can't hear, and he had hearing aids, but he's got this giant fucking Great Dane that chewed his fucking hearing aids out. Because hearing aids smell like fucking feet. So every time he leaves them around the goddamn dog, he eats his fucking hearing aids. So mine honk like me. What is? One of my old friends. It's okay, bro. I hope I wasn't too hard. I've told many stories, so I can't remember what the fuck Pie did exactly. So funny. Oh, I remember what it was. Okay, it's the cookie story. Okay. Okay, everybody ready? So, in about 1988, I had a party at my house in Effingham, Georgia, out on this ranch in the middle of fucking nowhere. I rented this house from this guy, and I grew massive amounts of dope, especially in the time in Georgia where you did not fucking grow dope. I was kicking out about 20 pounds a month, and I lived in the middle of fucking nowhere. I didn't even have a car, and I got really bored, and I wanted to hang out with people. So I was a member of this online club of people, growers, called the 77. Dookie was a member of the 77. He comes and hangs around. It's late, sorry. So I decided to have this party because I was fucking lonely as shit. So I invited all these fucking growers to my house, you know? And it was a lot of people. So it was Eric, who brought the California Orange, which is basically orange velvet or Melvin and all the other things that Clementine and fucking what's the DNA strain? Help me with the DNA strain. The orange DNA. Tangy. They all come from that one clone from Eric 77, okay? And so those guys came. A friend of mine, Soul, came to that party and brought Apollo 13. Vic came and brought Killer Queen. Pie came and brought Bubblegum and Blueberry. G13 Northern Lights. Trying to think of this other cat's name that came. Tommy came and he brought Micanopy Moonbeam and Micanopy Madness. And those are the core genetics from that party in Florida that most of the companies started with back in 1988 in America. So that's where all of the shit came from, was that big party. Because we had a table full of clones and we could just pick up clones from everybody. So I had made a package of cookies. And back then, the way we made cookies is we just ground up a bunch of dope in a flour sifter. And then whatever came through the flour sifter, we mixed in the brownies. So we eat it. So at the time, I had started, because that's all we knew. We didn't know how to do anything else, okay? So you took like an ounce of weed, and you ground it, and you caught it in the bag, and you made brownies with it. And you fucking ate them, okay? And you got fucked up. So we couldn't get very high off of them, and they made you shit really hard. So we were trying to make them stronger. So I had started collecting keef. This guy sent me this little keef board. It's like 11 inches long, and it was the size of a credit card. The credit card fit right in the fucking thing. So you put your weed on it, and you kind of rubbed it back and forth, and keef came through. And so I started collecting keef, and I had a shitload of it. I used to sit there and watch TV and collect keef. I'd dump the weed on there, collect keef, throw it away. So I fucking had a camera case full of keef, so I was making these brownies. And so I had put an ounce of weed in the brownies, but I wanted to make them stronger, so I had this camera case full of keef. And so I was tapping it. You know, I had the bowl with the chocolate mix and the weed and the eggs and the shit all in there. So I'm tapping it, tap, tap, tap. And instead of a little bit coming out, the keef was moist and clumpy and resiny. So it fell out. Like 3/4 of the fucking camera case fell out. Anyway, it's like, what the fuck? I couldn't get it out because it was all in the egg and shit. So I just made fucking cookies with it. So we didn't make brownies, we made cookies. So we had Shebang. Shebang brought the G13 and the Romberry and the Romulan. And he also brought the Dab. So everybody remind me about Dab so I won't lose my place. Dab, D-A-B, remind me about Dab. So all those people were at this party, and his girl she was cute, man. She was like 24, 25 years old, just that perfect cute hippie chick, you know. And she had everybody's attention, but she especially fucking when Pi came to the door. So he was late to the party. So here is the story of Pi. So we were on like East. We were on like 32 East Buttfuck Road, okay? And Pi drove his ass to 32 West Buttfuck Road. So he was out in the middle of nowhere and he's deaf as shit. You know money. So we were partying our fucking ass off. I mean, the Stones are on the stereo. We're smoking weed. We're all getting to know each other. Vic and Eric and Shebang and NL 420, who brought in the Northern Lights and the White Widow, the best hydro White Widow I've ever grown in my life. And the phone rings. So this guy called. He's like, say, hello. He's like, hello. This is gonna sound a little funny there, but is there a man named there Subcool? I was like, yeah, this is Sub. He's like, oh. He's like, well, I got a guy here named Pie. Says he's looking for somebody named Subcool. Is he making a joke? And I said, no, man, this is their nicknames, internet nicknames. Internet. I said, yeah, internet. Oh, okay. Where are you at? And I said, well, I'm at, where are you at? He's like, oh, I'm at 32 West Buttfuck Road. And I was like, well, I'm at 32 East Buttfuck Road. And he was like, okay, well, great. He said, I'll send him down there. He said, you on the other end of the highway. I was like, all right, that's cool. So pretty soon he shows up, okay? And the door opens, and Shebang's girlfriend is standing there, and she was smoking hot. I mean, she had those little titties that poked through the little thing, the little short shirt she had on, a little skirt thing. She had Pie's attention so fucking hard. So when Pie came in, he ate like 3 or 4 of the fucking cookies. So the party commenced, okay? So we're rocking the fuck out, and there's no weird shit with Shebang's girlfriend after that. That's the end of that story. She's a cute girl. So we smoked and partied and took clones, and we drank back then. Skin Man, a friend of mine that lives in Savannah, Georgia, was the chef, and he got so fucking high, somebody had to hold his fucking ass up while he was cooking shrimp and low country and barbecue and all this shit. And so we partied all night long and long into the night. We told stories, we raised hell, music played. It was a great night, okay? So the next morning, I get up early as shit, so I get up early and I'm sitting there, and Pie's laying on the couch, and again, Pie's fucking deaf, you know, so after a while he gets up and said, hey, huh? Hey, what? No, he just doesn't even fucking, this is Pie, it doesn't fucking help to talk to Pie. Pie will let you fucking talk to his dumb deaf eyes all fucking day long, and this is exactly how it fucking works. It's like, put your fucking hearing aid in. What? Hearing fucking aid. What? Hearing aid? Yes, dude. Put your fucking hearing aid in so you can hear me talk, you deaf fucker. All right, let me go get my hearing aid. That's Pie every time you want to fucking talk to him. So if you're deaf and I insulted you, hope you're not as fucking stupid as Pie. But he was. So he gets up. And that's after I got to know him. I lived with him for like a year. So I love him to death. So we're sitting there in my house. He goes, I need somebody to join me. And I was like, what? He goes, I need somebody to put me in my drink. And he goes, I was like, I don't think anybody here would put anything in anybody's drink. I mean, we were pretty much all getting fucked up as we could. And if anybody was hiding any drugs, I was going to be about pissed off about it, you know? Like if y'all was slipping somebody some drugs, y'all better just be giving me the motherfuckers, because it wasn't like that kind of party, okay? Nobody was slipping anybody a Mickey. You know, it was basically like if you had some Seconal or some shit and you were at that party, we were all in. So he's like, I need somebody to get me nothing. And I'm like, well, I don't think so. Well, how many cookies did you have? One cookie. I said, the fucking cookies that you ate when you fucking came to the party. He goes, cookie. Oh. I said, dude, they were medicated. Medicated? They were medicated, Pie. They were medicated. Oh, fuck. That fucking. And then he started laughing just like that motherfucking cakes, you know? So, yeah. Pie ate like fucking 3 grams of keef, one of the first people that fucking got a cannabis overdose. He roofed himself. Pie was all right, man. Pie was my friend. He is my friend. I just hadn't seen him in a long time. That was the worst part. He carries a 64-ounce insulated mug full of fucking limeade and vodka everywhere he goes. His Pie. He's got that fucking big 7-Eleven, that huge 7-Eleven motherfucker, you know, with the sip top. The motherfucker's got like, you know, half a fifth of fucking like, and he buys that like $4.50 vodka. He buys that good, the plastic bottle shit. Because he ain't got a lot of money, you know. So he drinks plastic bottle vodka and limeade. Fucking Pie. I love Pie, man. So now he called him a fuck. You can't call him when you got to text him. I need to text him. I love that. Y'all want to hear the story of the peg? That shit's still stuck in my tooth, man. All right, so they picked me up at, they picked me up, hang on. CJ was my, your brother CJ was my instructor. CJ was going to let me out of prison. CJ promised to let me out of prison if I was going to get fucking put away forever. Your brother is a fucking solid motherfucker, dude. Thank you very, very, very much. You should go over. Okay, look. So I got popped at Sweetleaf's house. Sweetleaf was this guy named Steve. And how he would get popped, this fucking crazy ass white boy moved up to Winnipeg and fucking started growing dope. And I was going back and forth to the P.O. box getting clones. And I was being a little too fucking nosy. Like, is my mail here? Is my mail here? Well, he's an odd fellow. Hey, is my mail here? Fucking cops, motherfucking track my clones. I went to the fucking place to get the clones, and they fucking shoot the moon, motherfuckers. So I take the box of clones back to the house. I get back to the house, I'm like, man, these clones look like shit. So as it turned out, I had sent some clones to a buddy down in Alabama, and he kept them for me. That's the Jack Cleaner, and the fucking Cali Orange, and A13, and the Killer Tween, and all that shit. And he kept them for me. And then I asked him to turn them to him. Well, let's just say he didn't do a good fucking job of sending them to me as I did of sending them to fucking him. And I talked to him after that shit too. And this is a fucking true story. And I just fucking remembered it. And motherfucker, stupid motherfucking son of a bitch, put him in a baggie. Okay, the way I shipped them to him was I put the clones in a little teeny paper towel. And I wrapped around there. And I put a piece of plastic around the paper towel. And there was a clone. And then the clone was in a tube, and then the tube was in a pile of other tubes, and then that tube was in a box, and that box was in a fucking vacuum seal bag, and that vacuum seal bag was in 3 fucking turkey bags, and that was in a fucking laundry bag, and that was shipped to him as clothes. And what he shipped back to me is stupid motherfucker. Goddamn dumbass. Yeah, we can get fucking Skittles in a heartbeat. Oh yeah, you looking at my list there, Will? No problem, bro. I'm a cannabis breeder, so I know where the shit is. So, we get back to the house with these shitty clones, a fucking Ziploc bag, this dumbass mail from fucking Alabama to Canada. Pretty soon, shoot the moon there, knocking on my fucking door. Fuck. They come in, they're fairly polite, they're like, yeah, we think they're maybe growing weed there, eh? Yeah. So, they fucking pop us. And they don't even cuff us at first. And later, the guy's like that. He's like, yeah, he's like, this boy there's got he's got the warrants there in the U.S. there. We better fucking cuff him. So they cuffed my ass. They take me down to Winnipeg Hilton. It's a place in the middle of motherfucking nowhere. It's in Manitoba. And it's fucking nowhere, okay? Nowhere. Fucking 200 miles out in the goddamn woods. And no, in the prairie. There's no trees. They drive you out there in a goddamn bus, and they take me to this fucking little shack in the snow. It's like 30 inches of snow. I'm scared to fucking death. They put me in a barracks with dudes that smoked shitloads of cigarettes and watch hockey. And it wasn't even that bad. We drank Tang, and we had hot cocoa, and we played Monopoly, and they smoked cigarettes, and they smoked cigarettes, and they smoked some more fucking cigarettes, and they smoked some more fucking cigarettes. That's probably how I got alpha, even though you can't get it like that. So pretty soon I heard that you could sweep up. You could sweep up. You could sweep up and make $1. Really? You could sweep up and make $1? Yeah, oh fuck, let me sweep up. I've never been lazy. I'm a hard working person. So I'm sweeping up for $1. You can sweep 3 times a day. 3 times a week, and you make $3 a week. Fuck yeah, bro. Ramen noodle soup, 50 cents. Popsicle, fucking, I'm on, bitch. Yeah, they have popsicles in fucking Canadian jail for real. So I found out you could get a job in the kitchen. You can get a job in the kitchen? Yeah, how much? $4 and some shit a day. Really? Work 4 days a week. You're shitting me. $20 a week? Yeah. Well, I didn't have any money when I was on the run. So I figured, well, I better make some goddamn money. So I started working in the fucking kitchen. So the night they took me over to the kitchen, fucking crazy shit. Okay, so where the Headingley Hilton was built in 1923, okay? So it's old. It looks like Alcatraz. Now I was in a barracks. The barracks was fairly, not the scariest thing I ever saw in my life. This is terrifying. It even makes my heart beat just to think about it. But it wasn't that bad. Well, then they take me outside in the motherfucking 40-degree below zero fucking weather and walk my fucking ass over to this fucking Alcatraz-looking motherfucker. So they take us in, and they take us into Death motherfucking Row. Huh? Well, if you work on the kitchen, they keep you on the 16 cell block that's Death Row. Because they don't kill people anymore in Canada. Like, oh, okay, well, good. A little bit of money motherfuckers were killed here? Oh, yeah, back in the 40s, yeah, back in the 40s, eh? Kill the fuckers, eh? So I moved in there, and I'll never forget, the shower was the most disgusting motherfucking thing I had ever seen in my goddamn life. 16 motherfuckers in their shower. Not one of those motherfuckers had ever thought about cleaning up. So I got some Clorox and some steel brushes and shit, and I cleaned the shit out of that motherfucker. And the only good thing about the cell was you could put a sheet up over the cell, while unlike in America, you had a cell to yourself. And the toilet was from fucking 1923, and the sink was from fucking 1923. Fucking rats the size of fucking possums. But that's where I lived. That's where I lived for almost a year. Hey, Scotty, how you doing? And I went to work. I went to the kitchen, and I learned to make roux. Take 10 pounds of flour and 10 pounds.
3-1.
My bad, guys. That stream ended a lot quicker than I thought. I'm still rolling another joint. Congrats, Mr. Grower. Girl. I'm going to send these to you Monday. The Fungus Net pin and the Riding Nerdy pins. And we know nobody else right now is, you can't. What is somebody going to do? Remake these pins? Oh, I'm listening to myself on the phone. But yeah, so super excited. I don't know if you guys seen my Instagram post. I'm going through a really hard time right now. Coming off of, about 9 years ago, I was in a head-on car collision and I broke my left femur. ACL was torn. Had to be reconstructed with a cadaver. I broke my shoulder and two ribs and punctured my lung. So I have a titanium rod that goes along the left side. I'm disabled legally, and screws and a reconstructed ACL in my knee. And so I'm back when, this is very hard for me to talk about, back when I did the show initially with Subcool, I had just got off the pain pills, guys, and I was it was very hard. And doing the WeedNerd show with Sub, I was taking the kratom stuff, kratom, to get off of the pills, and doing the WeedNerd show was what got me inspired to start my own Dank Breeds LLC. So I own my own LLC company because it's Subcool. I own my own seed company, and right here I just on my website I want to show you guys that Subcool was my inspiration, and a whole lot more, and we'll miss you forever, bro. Same thing with Thomas J. Street, who we made Tom's plush hammer from with Subcool's plush berry and Jinx and Sub's 9-pound hammer we crossed, and that just came out so fire, guys, dude. But we're still gonna we got the F2 and we're working on F3 and that next. So You know, and then we got a bunch of new crosses coming. Just, I'll show you. We'll talk about all that later. You know, you can check it out. But anyway, yeah, I just want to, you know, so he's the only reason I have this website, and that I was clean for 4 years off pain pills and Xanax, and then and all the pills and medications. You know, we got clean, and then I got clean doing the WeedNerd show, and and he was getting clean too and helping his life, and we all kind of did it together. You know, we had Tricky Translucent. What's up, bro? Yo. See you in chat. Heads up. You. About to roll a J Bird. You're feeling good. You know, I mean, I'm not feeling good, but I'm feeling okay. Yeah, it's brutal. You know, it was such a bad head-on car crash at 55 miles an hour. So when I woke up, it was like hitting a tree at 110. I mean, this is no joke. When I woke up, everything was smashed. The car's on fire. My left femur is sticking out through my pants. I could see my whole left femur bone sticking out. I immediately start screaming and crying. I can't move my left arm at all. And then I had punctured the left lung, so I wasn't breathing correctly. And then the accident was so bad, dudes, that when the ambulance lady came in, she had to reach in and give me an injection of morphine while I was in the vehicle, because I was screaming and I'm trapped in this vehicle on fire. You know, possibly I had my femoral artery exposed, so I was, you know, very close to passing away. And they used the jaws of life, cut the top of the truck off, and they pulled me out, and it was so painful. And then that was 9 years ago, and I haven't had a day of my life since then that's been easy. I'm still in physical therapy. You know, I'm disabled, and right now I ended up back on the pain medicine and the Xanax, but I'm off the Xanax for a few days now, and off the pain medicine, and we're getting back and, you know, really focused, and we're getting a little bit of help. I really don't feel well. I may need to go to the hospital once. You know, that's okay. I had a kidney shutting down 3 months ago. That's how bad the abuse got, and I was hospitalized. And you know, I didn't mean to come out and just say all that right now, but, you know, to be honest with you guys, I want to be more accountable. I want everyone to know, you know, Subcool is like, this is another, I need to use every resource I have to help, you know, get help. So, and do anything I can do. I see in the chat I got people speechless. So, I'll just wrap that. I'll just summarize this whole thing as, when I was working with Sub, I had quit working at the restaurants for my dad. I'd worked restaurants since I've been age 15, very hard labor. And I started growing weed fully, you know. As soon as Sub gave me recognition and the WeedNerd show, bro, I started growing. I got the 9-pound hammer. I got the plush berry. I got all the TGA cuts he sent me. Thank you. Love you too, Mr. Green Pouts. And yep. And that's what got me going. And now right now we got so many good cuts. I got Pineapple Express. I got GMO. I got Candyland. Something called Permadream that nobody else has. It's a Blue Dream crossed with Permafrost. You know, since the WeedNerd podcast live, I invested in a lot in myself, in growing, and I'm glad I did it. And I think it's what saved my life, between that and my dog, you know, Buddy. So, otherwise I'd already be dead for sure. I never, you know. But there's so many people counting on me. And Subcool is counting on me, you know, he's with us. And when he passed away, it's just a really hardcore realization, like, whoa, man, you know, it's real. When you are in life and you're in any type of downward spiral, or any type of, not downward spiral, I should say, but any type of rough times, those can affect you medically. You know, like anything can really affect you medically and make it really hard on you if you already have health issues. And then you could just pass away at any time. I mean, Subby, you know, he kind of predicted what's happened, but seeing how it happened. I mean, I don't want to keep talking like this, because it's kind of a dark talk, but it needs to be said. Sub, we love you, bro. And this is very, very hard for so many people. And I'm doing these restreams all the time. We're going to stream all kinds of his content. Like, there's a few other cool videos I got. We'll go to his main YouTube page and we'll post some cool stuff. This is, excuse me. This was his second page that he, his second YouTube page. Well, actually, it started out as the TGA Producers channel that me and Sid Avery and Tricky D and all the homies, you know, that we made to help Sub do his podcast. And then I gave this YouTube channel to Subcool and the other moderator, Matthew. Excuse me. And then Subcool ran it because they were really hitting him hard on his main channel. He almost lost his main channel. So I gave him this channel, and then he gave it back to me. Well, you know, we all had the password. Us couple guys had the password. So I kind of took it, you know. It was my channel initially, so I took it back over.
To create a Vimeo
we're
account and talk to
restream
Dago and a couple
lot
other
of stuff
people.
we
Looks
had
like that's how they do it. So
looks
like that's what we're gonna do. So you'll see me over at Subcool 420 on Vimeo. I want to upload this on YouTube, but I'm also going to upload this on that. So come over and start watching me along with Crazy Dago.
I miss Sub. I got so much good going for me, so much good I've already done. I had coming down to the light of day with many that are deep at play, so I keep an eye on the shadows, smile to see what it has to say.
I was editing everything. Should be pretty cool. You'll see me and Dab Hunter head into Hollywood and grab the samples. It was a lot of fun. We were judges for the cup where you couldn't smoke, so that was kind of crazy. I think the entire world is probably aware that I sent my 30-year-old daughter a picture of me in the tub. The entire world has turned into something creepy. Kind of fucked up. So if you want to do something funny, take a picture of yourself in a tub and put it online. Tub pool, tub cool, all that other shit. Crazy shit that goes on in the divorce. For the record, the daughter was 30 years old, a friend of mine. It's kind of sad because that one little bullshit act and all those memes and everything have kind of destroyed the family even worse. And now I'm not friends with that daughter. So. It's a crazy thing we have. Let's go grow some pot. I'm really good at that. So it's been a blast putting this whole licensing deal together. And it continues. We were in meetings today with a couple of attorneys. And, we're going to move from one firm to a couple of our partners, and they're both attorneys. So they've agreed to come on for the team. The biggest problem with these contracts is you pile up the lawyer fees back and forth trying to get stuff worked out. So I'm about $150,000 down with lawyers. So purple rain, purple rain. We'll hopefully with our new team we can continue forward. I don't know if you saw the post. We actually have genetics logged into the Nevada system now. We're fucking super excited about that. So we will be growing flowers in Nevada, supply them to the Nevada market, extracts, the whole 9 yards, just like we do everything. I never wanted to be your weekend long. So I'm gonna go. Dred's gonna do some work in some transplanting and stuff. So we haven't filmed any of that in a while. So we'll go get that on this show. And like I said, this will be up on video as well. So just learning that. Little Foy Vans. Oh, it's such a shame that our friendship has been. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Well, I only wanna see you laughing in purple rain. Baby, I know the time gotta change. I'm gonna transplant these today. These are the Gorilla Glues, but we're gonna top them at the same time and clone them. So just a little more efficiency is always the best way to do. Spell it clean, you're looking pretty damn well right there. Really cut. This is a Phoenix Rising number 2. It's got really serious funk on it. The resins are starting to pile up. This is number 3 Phoenix Rising. Really packing on the hood. It'll be a fun next couple of weeks. Yeah, I just wanted to point out that we cleaned that mess up yesterday. We had a bubble over. That's all that was. And you stirred again too, right?
Yeah, before I started. When should we get it?
Not yet. I think we all right. I fed heavy yesterday. Of course, we got to check the punches and them 2s, but I guess it's time to do these too.
Take these now.
That's fine. Just quicker.
Get you a nice angle on it. And then this is what I wanted to show you. These leaves that are too big, they're going to drop a lot of water. So go ahead and just trim them off. Make a huge difference in the amount of water. Slide that out real good. Camera, you always mess up. There we go. And we got our label. Now just clean up.
Me too.
As always, Dread has outdone itself. Just got some carne asada, some chicken. It's breaking bad. Oh yeah. Waiting for the lights to come on. It's become kind of a novelty thing we do here.
No running in the pool. You need to show that you can swim laps before you can go to the deep end.
You got your noodle?
I'm the lifeguard.
I like it. Hey, we've got to, in fact, tonight I need to remember to order the no diving and no lifeguard on duty.
No, there is a lifeguard on duty.
There is, right there. Okay, I got it. Queen V on duty.
Do you know what I want to get though?
What?
And I brought it up to him. I want to get those mermaid tails.
Oh, yeah?
I think put some girls in here with mermaid tails on. Oh yeah. That'd be really fun. That'd be a cute thing.
Oh, we just wait till you see what this one's done here. I'll be right back. Yeah, you'll see this one here, the buds are stacking out onto the buds and stacking out onto the buds and stacking out onto the buds. So it'll be finished in 10 days. Especially these little pissant little plots. I mean, yeah. And you see, no salts. I mean, all they get is the dragonfly earth nutrients. And super soil. And super soil. And they didn't even get that much fucking super soil because the plot's not big. Hi, cutie.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. You want to try the new Sunday bits? This roast has the fantastic.
Interesting.
No, on apple
Scarlet Queen, about day 45 or something like that. Really nice. Stacking on itself. This is the other one from C, stacking. It's got its own little world under here, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Fucking cool.
Although these two are pretty much root bound already.
Yeah, no, it's about time, but I wouldn't transplant those other ones.
Right.
You're going a little early, but it's kind of how I like to work. You know, get it done quick.
Because it's too late, too fast when it happens.
There you go. Awesome, bro.
Super soil.
Good friend.
Lights on in the bedroom. Things are going phenomenal. And you see swell. Loving the way the time rack and the penny and the blood driver do. We're getting some pretty good fade over here, but we are chasing this plant really good. Dragonfly Earth nutrients. This is the only one that looks like it's seriously still fading. Everything else is one var. God, these things are massive. Right? Day 39 in the pool. Do you smell this? Come down. Come down. Speaking today with Ed Rosenthal. Ed Rosenthal is a California horticulturist, author, publisher, and cannabis grower known for his advocacy in the legalization of marijuana use. He served as a columnist for High Times magazine during the 80s and 90s. He is a very good friend of mine. He helped publish the book of Dank, and he has been a confidant for over 2 decades. And we're going to do a little interview with Ed. Ed, how you doing tonight?
Hey, really good.
So, the one thing that I want to start off with, and we'll kind of bounce all over the place here, is I can't believe that you're doing Ask Ed on Instagram. You are a fucking badass, dude. What a way to reach the millennials. I mean, they can ask you questions and you answer them every day?
That.
Dude, that's, I mean, when I saw it, I was like, okay, so he's, you know, because you don't work with the High Times boys anymore, and
well, I write for Grow.
You write for Grow, and I love the Grow. God, that last issue was insanely packed with information, and not so many ads. I have a copy right over here. Very impressed.
Fortunately, the next issue has more ads.
Well, you know, that's kind of how they pay for things. So hopefully we'll be working with them too. I know something happened to the owner or one of the writers. I was watching a stream the other day, and I guess they had somebody working with them that was wanted for murder or something like that. I saw some crazy stream from the poor cat. I guess the guy had been living with his family for a little while, and I need to check on that.
Well,
what was it?
Well, the guy, the fellow who publishes the magazine, he's a very compassionate person, and he made, I say, perhaps an unwise choice to take a homeless person and I think his family, he was schizophrenic, and at some point, you know, everything was going along normally and everything, and at some point the guy freaked out and destroyed everything in the guy's home.
Jesus Christ.
He was away, and his wife and kid had to stay in a hotel. Anyway, he didn't want to call the police. They were trying to find an alternative, and because of that, in that time, where they were trying to not call the police, they actually had some destruction.
Well, that's sad. Is he okay now?
Only property was destroyed.
Okay. Well, that's bad, but that's not.
All right, so I'm gonna go over a couple of things with you real quick. Marijuana Growers Handbook was re-released, 2-3 years ago. I consider it the best grow guide on the planet. I think you expanded it. You corrected mistakes from the early one, and I tell everybody that, you know, when I started doing this, I kept the old book on the back of my toilet for almost 10 years. So, what's going on right now with your current books? I mean, what is your next project?
Well, in fact, Growers Handbook is, we're doing Growers Handbook 2.1, which is, I mean, it doesn't say that on the cover, but right now it's Growers Handbook 2.0, and we're going to do a 2.1 where we're going to update it, but it will primarily be the same book, and we're working on 3.0 at the same time, and that will be a couple of years down the road, and this will be about a year old.
Awesome, I love it.
The 3.0 is going to be a multimedia in that. It's going to be both hard copy, and then it's going to have a segment of it that is to the site on the net through the book.
Like use it on a tablet, right?
What?
Work it from a tablet or a laptop, correct?
Or phone.
Okay, all right, I got you.
From any device.
So have it in the garden with you on the damn phone when you're working, right?
Right. So and that will have separate articles and expanded explanations and things. But you know how some of the other authors have books out that weigh 4 pounds? It gets unwieldy.
Yep.
And even, I think that the book that I have, that's just at the point of almost being unwieldy. You know, any larger, either thicker or bigger pages, it would just be too hard to do. So, and it's not fair to trees to print material that is, for the most part, most people wouldn't look at. So that's perfect material. And also, we'll also have a section for a product section for each subject. And in that product section, I can't say all the companies are going to be mentioned, but there'll be some others that are.
Wow. I just can't imagine how many people you've talked to grow, Ed, and I'll tell you something else too. I decided yesterday to kind of check off of social media a little bit, and you asked me to write another book, and I've been wanting to, and just you asking, I have a fever again. Thank you. Like I woke up this morning, I was like, I gotta write.
Well, like you don't have to write just yet. You should think about it. What the goal of the book is first, and then your strategy for getting there, and then you can do a table of contents.
I love it. I thank you very much for that inspiration. So we talked. One of your favorite strains is Blue Dream Time Superbud. That's one of your favorite strains.
Yeah.
Are you a wax guy, a hash guy, or a flower guy?
Well, first of all, I want to say that I only use marijuana when I'm alone with people.
Okay. All right.
And I've stopped using it when I'm asleep.
Okay, good. Well, that's a good rule of thumb. Only when we're awake we're using cannabis. I like it.
Okay, that's it. That's one thing.
Okay.
Those are 2 things. And then I'm very selective about how I use it. I'd only smoke joints, pipes, dabs, and I never do anything but like either. Well, my favorite substance is not what you're doing at all. It is actually dry ice hash, first 30 seconds.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
That's my very favorite thing, and I'll tell you why. Because it has all the terpenes in there. I totally prepared until the moment that they heat.
I like that concept a lot. Well, I'll tell you probably one of my favorite things.
If you have good dry ice hash, you know, you can dab it. But I don't like dabbing as much as putting it in a small pipe and letting it sort of evaporate from the heat.
So I smoke a little teeny pipe. And you know what else, Ed? Check this out.
So I'll just send you one of these.
Check this out, buddy. Well, I would love one. I would love one.
Look how easy this is.
Show me.
Right?
Show me.
It's so simple.
All right.
Can you imagine? It's just the simplest thing that you could ever use.
It's a hammer. Yeah, it's a little hammer, right? Mine is a little different, and mine has this reservoir that catches the reclaim. I take the reclaim and I mix it with coconut oil, and I make oil for me to drink at night to sleep on. So I recycle what comes out of my pipe. And since the way I smoke, it's really not even gross. All I'm doing is heating it with this little torch.
Yeah, right. That's exactly. I understand what you're saying.
Clean. So I'll send you one of these, okay?
Yeah.
All right. I love it, buddy. All right. Let's.
I still have the cobalt blue bong that you brought.
You still have the bong that Subcool brought you?
Yeah.
That's fucking, dude, that just awesome. That gave me chills, man. That's badass.
Remember you brought that cobalt blue bong?
I remember that when we wrote the book, it was basically we get high, you tell me what to do, you would correct all my mistakes, you would take a nap, we would get back up, you would get stoned, you would tell me all my mistakes, and I stayed at your house for 3 days, and we wrote the book of Dank. And I love it. Which leads me to another question. So I have 4 Dank books left.
I've only been taking a nap like that for like 45 years.
45 years? You're awesome, dude. So look, we are selling the books.
Why? I mean, there's a scientific reason for it.
Tell me.
Well, you know, people say get 8 hours of sleep. Right. And in Western society, or in some Western societies, people get all their sleep in one 8-hour period.
Right.
But look at Spain, for instance. They stay up late. They get 4 or 5 hours of sleep. They work through noon or early afternoon, and then they take a 2-hour nap or a 3-hour nap, and then they go back to work, and then they go out. And so they're breaking up their sleep. And if you're going to take a test, let's say you're going to take like a rigorous test, you'll be better off if you have a nap before you test, because it reinvigorates your brain. So it's better to do that, especially if you're doing intellectual work, and try to do it all in one session.
I'm better when I wake up at all things, including sex. I'm just better in the morning. I'm happier. I'm smarter.
I'm not going to test you on that.
Yeah, I know. I figured that. But I'm serious. As I've gotten older, I've just noticed by 9:30 at night, I'm fucking worn out. And all my brain's tired, my body's tired, my ambition's tired.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, Dane and I are not exactly like.
Okay. 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 Well, that's good then.
I guess my point is,
we get up early and we party till late. But as I said, I'll take a nap.
one of the hardest I had to learn.
The other thing is I take alpha-lipoic acid and acetyl-L-carnitine.
Okay.
Why are you keeping it? When you have so many other strains out there, grab a cultivar, that's gonna give me a Spartan kick, because there's plenty of other cultivars out there that will treat you right. The right one.
The telomeres and mitochondria, and they help prolong your life. Jenny and I have been
How old are you, Dad?
I'm almost 49.
I knew I wouldn't get a straight answer when you're out.
I got the cutter too from people.
So Jane, you met Jane in the 60s? Yeah? Is that when you met Jane?
Yeah.
And how's she doing? I love Jane more than anything. So how is she doing?
Well, you know, I saved her from a life of physical mediocrity.
That's fucking awesome, dude. I like it. We all certainly have an awesome life, and I noticed in the past, I'm not gonna say 5, even 10 years, you mean, what you guys are doing is traveling. You're seeing the world.
Part of my missionary effort.
Is that what it is?
What?
When you go see people? Oh, you mean Jane was part of your missionary effort?
Yeah.
I got you.
Save at least one person.
What about all this traveling you're doing? I think it's cool. You guys are going everywhere?
She only travels with me when it's in her interest, like that we'll vacation after.
Okay.
So, like, we went to an ICRS convention in Poland. Not much for her to do there.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to Portugal after that.
Okay. I've noticed, I follow you and I see you guys traveling. I think it's very cool that you're able to do that and go see some cool stuff.
Next traveling is June 17th at the convention at the what's it called?
You talking about Santa Rosa?
No, June 17th. It's at in Amsterdam. It's Marijuana Liberation Day in Amsterdam.
Oh, no shit.
I'm going there and I'm going to liberate.
Do you still talk with Ben Dronkers? There's a crew over there.
I'm very close with him and the whole family. We're extremely, we have a deep appreciation.
I love it. Free will. That's fucking lovely. One of the things that you're going to hear Ed talk about, or Ed talks about, is the unregulated cannabis market, and that's the one we've always been in. You know, you're going to hear Vivian talk about the fact that you can't grow your own cannabis in Washington State now. It's fucking insane. I can't sell seeds at Hempfest. Really? I sold seeds at Hempfest 15 years ago. Are you fucking kidding me? So it's a fucking clusterfuck and it's a mess. And I've never seen anything like it myself. It's like the drug war is over and a new drug war has snuck into place, one we don't know about. They talk about legalization and decriminalization. I don't know. As regulation, over-regulation. There's some smoke dank here. Saturday night, cutting up a video for you guys. We'll figure out, hopefully, I don't know which stream you're seeing this on, Vimeo, YouTube, or my own website, subcool.com, where we are uploading a video chat, blog. I can invite Bob, Kyle Cushman, other people. Put all my videos on the site. So we're gonna try that. We have to buy a special outside server because if you attach all that to your website, it'll slow everything down. So we have to put everything on a server all by itself. And so you'll access the server because I don't want to slow my website down. Subcool.com is definitely the site for all things that growing, soil, seeds, extracts, flowers. I am rebuilding the TGA website under a new platform. The old guy, Peter, had snuck some viruses in it, and when we moved it, it started self-destructing. So I had to pay $8,000 to get it rebuilt, and we are rebuilding it, and we will relaunch it. Right now, the TGA website goes to the Subcool website. And the reason I'm rebuilding the TGA is because of history. I want to make sure the damn thing stays around. And all of this is paid for by trust for 500 years that me and Will put together in Subcool's the Dank. So. Overgrow.
Why are you torturing them, sir?
For science.
Okay. Well, I like that. I like that a lot. Very cool. Yeah, no, I will do. I won't ask anything. Let me pull the notes up real quick. I want to ask you anything that you don't want.
I'm trying to make them all males.
All right. Well, now I believe a seed is male or female before it is. I do not believe heat or stress can turn a plant male. I believe it's predetermined before it is germinated, and I can verify that with botany books. Just so you know.
Yeah, well, I would refer you to a paper that's on Google Scholar.
Okay.
The name of the paper is, it's by Sister Marie Etienne Thibault.
Okay. I'm recording this, so I'll remember it.
So you can look it up. It was published in 1936.
Well, see, all my life, in my breeding life, Ed, what I told people was high temperature will increase your rate of males. Good temperature will increase your rate of females. I actually used this when looking for males breeding, but I came across a report just recently, and I was reading about it, and you can actually look at a damn seed and tell if it's male or female. So I'm really interested in what you say to me because...
Have you actually checked out that report?
Yeah, I have, and it does look like, I've talked to a couple botanists, and they believe that a seed, not just a cannabis seed, is predetermined by its Y and X chromosome. And it's already determined what it will be before you germinate it. Now, this is an awesome discussion because I don't know. You know, I've always thought if you make them hot, you get shitloads of males. But I read different. So what I started telling people now is a seed is predetermined. That's what I believe. But tell me different, Bob. You're the guy that teaches this. So.
Well, I'm just basing it on. I'm just doing this experiment to see whether there's one who did this paper in 1936. I wasn't able to reach her. You know, I was going to call her about it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't able to reach her.
Okay. That's just interesting stuff because for 20 years I believed that you could change it, and in the recent last year or two I read this report, and it actually talks about the end of the seed, how it looks, and you can see it.
Yeah, well, not according to Miss Thibault.
Well, I would like to find her, and I will look that up. All right, let me get a couple things on my list. Let me go.
She published it in 1936.
Oh, well, it's going to be hard to find.
What?
1936. It's not going to be easy to find.
What? The paper or her?
No, the paper.
No, the paper is easy.
You can find it. Okay, you can source it.
Hey, do you have a second computer there?
Of course I do.
Okay. Just go on Google Scholar.
Google Scholar. Google Scholar. Okay.
And put in the author.
What is her name again?
Sister. Marie Etienne.
Yeah, fuck, came right up, brother.
E-P-T-E.
No, it came right up. Well, what am I looking for?
Thibault. T-I-B-E-A-U.
One more time.
T-I-B-E-A-U.
Wow. Yeah, I got it. But,
what does it say?
Coordination chemistry of neurology influences HCV.
No.
This is heavy duty here.
Excuse me for a moment.
No, take your time, my friend.
Oh yeah, here it is. Time factor and utilization of mineral nutrients by hemp.
That's her?
Yeah.
Okay. So time factor, let me see, time factor.
Wait a second.
Damn.
All right, you're going to have to send me the link, if you would, please, because I want to talk about this.
Here it is. It's, let's go in. Where are you?
So that's the Sister Marie Thiebaud Seeds time factors. Where I'm
No, Sister Marie, or Mary Etienne.
Okay.
E-T-T-I-E-N.
You said Mary. N-T-N. Okay, let me get rid of all this. N-T... Spell it for me one more time, Ed. I'm sorry.
Okay. You have sister. Right?
Got it. And then Mary.
Okay. And then E-T-I-E-N-N-E. And then next word, Thibault. T-I-B-E-A-U.
Got it. Okay. Time factor and utilizations of mineral nutrients of hemp. Got it. Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Badass. All right. And it's in the, okay, plant psychology. I am saving it.
Physiology.
Physiology.
Please plant, don't die.
Okay.
What seems to be the problem? Oh, you don't like the cat that's pissing on you? You know, we all have problems, and you have to learn to live within your environment.
I love it, Ed. I love it. All right, let's go over. Let me do an intro real quick, and then let's see. We'll do.
Well, how about that, huh?
I'm fucking impressive, dude.
I saw that.
I didn't know.
You know, I called Mel Frank the other day and asked him about that. Hey, Mel, have you looked at that paper recently?
Ed, can we talk just a little bit about politics? I mean, I don't watch the news. I don't give a fuck. I focus on growing cannabis and helping people and sending people seeds and helping kids, raising money for people. That's my focus. But I do realize that we have this idiot in session, this fucking dictator Sessions, and you said yesterday you wonder if Trump actually smokes dope. So, I mean, where do you see this? Do you see any change?
What did you say?
Huh?
What did you say?
I said, does Trump smoke dope? Does he smoke weed? You don't think so?
He was scared off of all drugs by his brother's problems with alcohol.
So he lumps them together.
He doesn't. I don't think he does any drugs.
All right, I got you. Well, that's a problem. You know, it's hard to make judgments on somebody when you've never experienced it.
Well, you know, on the other hand, look how disappointing Obama was. I mean, you know, in his book he says how significant marijuana was in his life, and he abandoned it with Boulder. You know.
I know. No, it's fucking. You know, when you get in power, you have to walk a line that necessarily doesn't agree.
Well, I think not smoking dope when he was president really hurt him, because marijuana helps people think outside the box. In fact, I can't get into the box.
No, I hear you, brother. I mean, my illness prevents me from smoking as much as I want. I'm a big edible guy now, since I can't smoke.
It's sort of like so like blob of molasses.
You're smooth all over, spooged all over
the box, but I can't get into it yet.
What are your comments on Mr. Sessions?
He's a fine. You know, there are some very fine, some very fine people.
I love the way you said that. He is a fine fascist. That's just a fucking awesome statement, dude. Well, I don't know what's going to happen.
And I don't say that lightly.
I know.
You know, if you're a racist, you're a fascist, because what you're saying that there's one group of people that is more that should govern over what other people do, and that's fascism, where there's a small elite group that controls the society, and that's what he would like to see. He'd exclude all classes of people from it. And the other thing is, you know, with the Reformation, the idea was, and with the Reformation and the Enlightenment, the idea is that we should be ruled by science. What St. Augustine said, that religious dogma should not contradict, known science.
Right.
And these people are not accepting science because of their ideology. And that's exactly what St. Augustine wanted. Because they're fools. If you don't accept, if you don't accept science, whether it's climate change or things about the demographics of society and how society reacts, and about whether certain policies are successful or not. I'll give you one example of a policy that isn't successful. The thing about sex, like no sex before marriage, just say no to sex and all that. Well, that policy was proven ineffective, while education and accessibility really brought down the teenage birth rate. So they're not letting science interfere with their policies. And the same thing with climate, environmental policies, and all their other policies. Their economic policies are ultimately going to be failures, going to lead to a deepening, widening of between classes. And I wanted to show you something about class. So, according to general statistics that you look up about wealth, to be in the top 1% of Americans in wealth, you have to have about $8 million in wealth. Okay. So let's take a look at that 1%. It goes from the ultimate billionaires like the Jobs estate, Bill Gates, Buffett, all these people with multiple billions of dollars, not only multiple, double digit.
Okay.
Billions of dollars to $8 million. So if you look at that fractal, it looks of the 1%, it goes all the way from there down to $8 million. So the vast percentage of 1% of the wealth of the 1%, the vast percentage of it is held by maybe 1 or 2% of the 1%.
I got it. The uber rich, the mega fucking rich, right?
Right. And so if you took them if you just excluded the billionaires and you looked at the wealth of the United States, most Americans are pretty poor.
No, I agree completely. We all work our ass off.
Those 43 billion and so it skews the whole thing. It's just so incredible to.
Where does our president fall in that graph?
Well, it's hard to say because he has never been able to. Ever since his first bankruptcy, he's never. His first bankruptcy was a sleight of hand. And so banks have never been willing to deal with it. And that's why he got into bed with the Russian bankers, because they were the only ones who were willing to lend him money.
I got it. Fucking incredible. Ed, I want to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart.
You know what happened? This whole thing, as we're speaking, there's this whole thing that's opened up about Michael Cohen making all these payments, getting all these this money from different corporations for influence, that's pretty damning because the Russians are going to show up in there over and over.
Right. No, I get that 100%. I want to talk a little bit. Let's get off of politics a little bit and let's talk about something that. So here in Arizona, we are. I grow cannabis here, and testing is a big part of it. So we test for cannabinoids, terpenes, pesticides, and microbes. So specifically, I want to talk about microbes. So we use beneficials to grow, and it's really important that we are able to continue doing so. Here, if you test too high in CFUs for good beneficials, they may turn you down.
Right. Well, they should just.
The electrician is here. Do you want me?
They could do a test just for pathological, like E. coli. They could do an E. coli test and a few other tests. That's what they do for most vegetables.
Hang on one second. Let's get back to the microbes. So what?
If you have a hot tub and a cold tub,
yeah,
you could make electricity.
Right. What about microbes? We're going to talk about the microbes.
What about?
Well, I mean, what are we going to do if the test people start turning down cannabis because we have too high CFUs because we're using beneficials?
Well, I think that the solution is to change it to make it test for pathologicals.
Right, and not just, but yeah, I got you. All right, well, you know, when I talk to these scientists, I'm definitely going to be suggesting that because it's something that we. So January 19th, which is a good ways away, you're doing a cannabis and clone event in Santa Rosa, yeah? Got some ashy? Ooh, that looks good, Ed. What kind is it? It looks purple.
Dry ice, she's pressed.
Like in a rosin machine press?
No, just pressed by hand.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Palm press.
Badass. All right, cool. Well, you always have the goodie. Let's talk about. Go ahead.
3 days ago.
That's when you made it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. I like it.
Book.
What else? Oh, tell us about the.
It's for the new book.
Oh, it's for the new book. Oh, you filmed it and all that stuff.
What?
You took photographs and everything for the book?
Yeah, we filmed it, took photographs.
Do you still do your shooting, or does Hera do shooting, or do you have somebody else? Or
Hera hasn't been with me for many years.
Okay, I didn't know. I spent a lot of time with her. So that's all I remember.
Yeah, she's long gone.
I got you. So who shoots for you?
We have somebody doing it who really likes grass.
Really likes grass. Well, that's important, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, fuck yeah, I like that. Well, cool.
She felt a little out of place here.
Okay, well that works. What what about the thing in Santa Rosa in January? Clones?
We split her all the way across town.
Well, that works. You're gonna have clones and cannabis in Santa Rosa January 19th?
That's right.
Like you're gonna be selling them or talking about them?
We're going to exhibit them, and we're going to let people touch them, but of course we wouldn't let them buy them.
Okay, we can fondle the plants. I fucking love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, and there'll be thousands and thousands of seeds and clones to fondle.
Oh, well, this sounds exciting. You said yesterday that you
touched it. You have to buy that now.
Oh, you touched it. You got to buy it now. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that works. I love it. I mean, Santa Rosa can use a lot of help.
There's another one.
That's another one. I love you, dude. Well, you said yesterday that even though you do Instagram Ask Ed, that you're not a big fan of social media.
Well, I used to blog a lot, and I'm going to do more blogs, but my blogs are mainly political, and that they, I have a different way of looking at things, sort of. As I mentioned before we were recording, it's not so much that marijuana makes me think outside of the box. It's like I'm outside the box and I'm just not inside. So I have a different way of looking at it.
I like it a lot. Let's see, what else? Are you going to do another Big Book of Buds?
No, they're gone.
They're gone.
It's because it's covered so well by.
I got it. All right, 2 important questions. What do I have to do to reprint Dank? I'm selling enough of them that we need to do it again, Ed. We really do. Can I just pay to reprint it?
You have to not speak with me about it.
Yes, sir. I understand. I will contact the office. You got it, my friend.
Okay.
And I will also go ahead.
And you know what? Those varieties.
Yes, sir.
They're 10 years old.
I understand that. I know, yeah. And we can, but for me, my fans want to buy the book, so maybe we could update it. I have a bunch of new stuff.
That's different, you see.
Yeah, I know.
Immediately, that's a different situation, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Okay, I just heard you. God, you're such a good mentor. And last but not least, I have a huge favor. When my house burnt down, I lost every single book you ever gave me. Everything. I don't own anything by you. So if you could sign something and get it my way.
Just call Darcy.
I'll get it done right now. I really appreciate it. Your signature and my friendship with you means a lot.
Because I don't handle.
I got 2 assistants behind me, brother. I understand.
I only. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
You're the godfather. So I'll get to work on the laws of cannabis, which is my concept.
Look at those tortured plants. Those plants are being tortured so that other plants will do well.
Show them to us one more time. Show us your little plants. What are they? What strain?
There are various strains.
Various strains?
Let's see. I didn't even mark them in terms of seed strains or anything, because what I was interested in was their sexuality.
Okay, I got you. Well, if you ever need seeds, just let me know. I'll send you all you need.
Hey, so you know what?
Tell me.
I might need some, but I'll let you know.
You let me know. I have a CBD strain that tests 28% of it.
Okay.
So
I might.
All right.
Can you see them?
We can definitely see them. Excellent job.
Yeah, you see, so those poor things are growing without any.
Oh, they look pissed off. Yes, they do. Yes, they look
growing
mad.
without any nutrients.
Yeah, they're angry plants. There's fucking no doubt about it.
They're not angry. They're just they're waiting for something else to happen, and I'm waiting for something else to happen. So we'll see who waits longer.
Hey, this is I've been speaking with Ed Rosenthal, author, publisher, teacher, father, grandfather, great guy. Ed, do you have anything else to say here to the fans watching?
Yeah, you see, I just want to show you that you don't necessarily need a lot of room to do an experiment.
That's fucking awesome. I love it. And also at 49, you're still experimenting with cannabis.
Almost 49.
Almost 49. Awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Ed Rosenthal. Thank you very much.
Cannabis, early in life, and then as these years have gone by, after the first decade, I realized that I was not done with my experimentation. I decided to continue, and then I did another 10 years, and then and I realized after the 20-year period, I still wasn't sure. I was still experimenting to see whether it was okay or not. So I decided to make it into a longitudinal experiment.
Dude, that's awesome. Well,
I'll let you know the results. I'll let you know the results. I'm still not sure.
I will be watching. Hey, you and Jane for real have a beautiful master bedroom here. You guys are welcome to come see me. See the pool full of weed. You guys are welcome to come see me if you're ever in Arizona. It's a very nice scene here. So.
Yeah, well, so all you have to do now is change the government. I'll take two. Okay, all you have to do is change your government.
Got it. Awesome. Thank you very much, Ed. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, hey, so come on by. I'm still in California, man.
I will. I don't know about January in fucking Santa Rosa because it's cold and wet. One reason I left. But.
And there's nothing there.
There's jack shit. All my house burnt down. It's scary and sad. And yeah. But I definitely need to come see you. So San Francisco sounds a little bit better. So.
Yeah. Well, we're better than San Francisco. We have better weather across the bay.
I know you do. And in your houses, you're still in the same house, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful. The nicest great room I've ever been in my life. So, great memories. I'm always here if you need me, my friend. I have resources as well. Okay?
Yeah.
Thanks, Bob.
Okay.
I love you, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, it wasn't me. It was my brother Ed. Edwin.
I love it, dude.
It was very confusing because my parents named my twin and my Edward and Edwin. And he always seemed to be vanished when there were problems, and I
love it. How you doing?
Well, all good except for this guy Edwin who keeps on
getting you in trouble. The matter tells me you have an office now. Do you have an office, or is it this up in the house?
Well, it's two separate areas in the building. Hey, wait a second. This isn't fair. Hey, wait a second. Hold everything.
There's no hurry. There's no time limit.
You stop. You didn't stop. You're still moving. Okay, I'll be right back.
Ed needs marijuana. You watch. I know the man very well. By the way, this is gold. Wait for it. When you hang out with Ed, he smokes a fucking lot of joints. Like, he does not have lung disease, okay? And people give him weed, so he's just like, he's always smoking a little bit of weed. So he probably wouldn't get a joint.
Smoking weed.
I know.
No.
What are you doing? Eating?
Hash.
Hash. Okay, me too. Yes, hash.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I'm with you.
I just telling you, like people who smoke weed all the time. I don't know.
You switched. I like smoking this. We smoke THCA crystals ourselves. So
well, I've done that, but right now I'm smoking pure sift coming from dry ice, 30 seconds of dry ice, and then pressed by hand into hash.
Who made that?
We did.
Check you out.
It's for one of our books.
Oh, okay. I got you. Oh, that's very cool. So you're smoking something in one of your books. Okay.
Well, we smoked it after we photoed.
Did you know that on my new website we feature your book? Because if people want to learn, my new website's really about how to grow pot, not really anything else. And in the journalism section, your book is the third book, along with Dank and George's book. So we want people to have a resource. And we're not trying to make money off of it. We just click through to your site. But we want people to know that I learned how to grow pot from you.
So when are you going to give us a new manuscript?
Writing is really complicated right now, Ed, but I am working on something, absolutely.
So if you did an outline,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And you came here for a couple of days, we'd write the whole book.
All right, I'll set it up. Here's the deal. I had the book you don't need excuses, but here's the deal. I had the book 3/4 done, and it burned up in the fucking fire on the computer. So I've been transposing the story on my show, and Madiger here has been copying what I say. So we're going to transfer it all into transcript, and then I'll have the body of the story. And it's just the story of my life, and I'll put it together, Ed. Especially since you just asked.
I don't want the story of your life. That's a different publisher. What I want is a book on growing.
You're a better grower than me, though.
What?
You're a better grower than me.
Do a book on breeding.
I already have a book written, so I got it.
Okay, well, I don't have it.
No, well then I'll put it together.
I'm looking at my copy of it right now.
No, I'll put the laws of cannabis.
It's very transparent.
Do you think he's kicking me in the ass or what?
I can hear it.
All right, Ed, I'll get on it.
I've never heard anybody give you this much shit.
Well, it's Ed. It's Grandpa Ed. I mean, fuck. All right, you got it. Thank you. You gave me something to inspire to live for and be inspired about too.
Yeah. Okay. Now that you're a multi-millionaire living the life of ease, did you get your yacht yet?
No. I bought a 350 RCF Lexus though. That's fucking awesome. It's insane. It goes 230 mile an hour. It's really cool.
Yeah, where?
Well, I've only been about 160, and I'm probably gonna get in trouble, but it's fun.
I bought a Bolt.
You bought a boat? A sailboat or a speedboat?
A Chevy Bolt.
Oh, a Volt.
No, not a Volt. A Bolt.
What's a Bolt?
Chevy Bolt with a B.
Is it a car?
Electric car.
Oh, you bought an electric car.
That goes like 220 miles on a charge.
Well, you know, me and Will, we dream about a Lexus, but you know, you can't drive to Vegas in a Lexus yet. So until they fix the technology, because we go to Vegas a lot. So
here's what. So we have this one that goes 220 miles on a charge.
Okay.
So most of the time, you're not really going much further. You're not going more than that. And then we have the Prius.
I gotcha. Fucking cool. I like it, and we may make the change a lot. This is no excuse, but you know what, I'm in the middle of all the stuff, and the insurance gave me like $375,000, so I spent a little bit. My house burnt down. I've been living in hotels, so.
You know, I bought a car.
Yeah.
2 months later, it was stolen.
Shit, no.
Yep.
That's fucked up. Well, you live in like a car theft capital, though.
So 2 days after it was stolen, they gave it a parking ticket, but they never checked the license. They didn't check, they didn't quote find the car until after I was paid my insurance.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, Ed. That's quite wrong. All right, so what do you want to talk about tomorrow night on our interview? Which it doesn't have to be a specific time. I'll give you a little bit of background, Ed. YouTube has banned all the cannabis channels. They banned Cervantes. They banned many of our friends, and they didn't get me. And I don't know why they didn't get me yet. And they're banning us for live streaming.
They can't take you off.
They can't take me off. So I downloaded all the videos and put them on the web. We put them on the website. So we've quit streaming on YouTube. We won't use it anymore. So I'm going to film this and make a piece out of it and upload to the new platform called Vimeo. So it'll be there for good. It's not pot they don't like. They don't like anything fringe. Guns, pot. Apparently sex with alligators is okay still, but it's weird. So it's a censorship issue.
I want to see that. What's that channel with the sex with the alligator?
Yeah, it's YouTube for sure. YouTube for sure. So, Madiger will, I want to get some questions from you so we can actually sound intelligent. So, what projects are you working on, Ed?
Well, I'm under legal orders of silence on most. I'm serious.
I know.
Non-disclosure agreements.
We have a stack of NDAs this tall, my friend. We understand the game of NDAs. But you have to be working on something. What's your current book project?
Oh well, we're redoing Beyond Bugs, and that is called The Son of Beyond. No, The Child of Beyond. Wait, what's the name of the book? Beyond Buds, Next Generation, and then I'm working on the new marijuana garden saver, new and expanded.
And then Subcool's new book.
Yes, well, that's probably six years away.
Easy.
It's a very slow writer.
Easy. Wow, man, he just crushes me. I'm gonna have you a manuscript in a month. Awesome. How's Jane?
Jane, I don't know. She left me yesterday.
Yeah, I bet she did. You're in rare form, Pop.
She left this morning.
Yeah.
Took her suitcase and said, "I'm going to see Mama."
I hear her in the background.
I've had enough of this.
I like it. Cool. Yeah. What is your favorite strain right now, Ed? Hash, weed, or anything?
Well, I had a Blue Dream for a time of Superbud. That was pretty good.
Blue Dream Superbud?
He gave it to a group we're talking to in SoCal. Ben, a guy named Ben in SoCal.
It was like that in reading it, that it was actually going in two different directions. I mean, the two varieties have a lot of differences, but it was a good blend.
Cool. We just released a new one that we're really happy about. It's called Queen Anne's Revenge, and it's got this. So the Queen Anne was the ship that Blackbeard drove up and down the coast of Charleston and supposedly hit Cheshire. And we have a strain we call Blood Wreck that we made Chernobyl out of. And we took it and crossed it with this Space Queen, and it's red. The plant bleeds red sap. And the bottom of the leaves, all the fan leaves that are green, they turn this really cool maroon color. And it's super potent. It produces 24% THC, heavy terps. But the reason I'm telling you this, man, in the old days, Ed, when we released a strain, we would sell 4,000 or 5,000 of them the first month. There are so many seed companies nowadays that the market share is split wide across the business, which is why when you go to an expo nowadays, you see Crockett in a booth. So in the old days, you used to see 4 models in the booth. And Crockett was in the yacht somewhere. I don't know this, but that's what I always assumed. But now you actually see people that own the companies working the booths. So it's the industry's definitely changing. Do what now?
Are you coming to my show?
I would be happy to if you invite me.
Yeah. Do I have to give you the date for you to come?
Yeah, you have to tell this cat right here, Madiger. He manages it. He's
on
my
January 19th. It's at the main building in Santa Rosa Fairgrounds.
Oh, okay.
And it's a Seed and Clone Expo.
I got you. Well,
Cannabis Seed and Clone Expo.
Cool. You like Santa Rosa, huh?
It's legal.
Well, there is that. Did you know that the price of an ounce of my cannabis in Santa Rosa went from $300 to $500 overnight, January 1st, because of the taxes?
Yeah, I know all about that. Yeah.
What do you think about the taxing of cannabis in California?
Well, I think I'm really happy that they're doing it. It's really supporting small farmers.
Okay.
It's really good.
Oh, good. I always like your take on it, because your take is not always...
So, you know what I'm talking about when I say it's supporting small farmers?
Well, I mean, all the small farmers I know in California got boxed out because we can't sell it anymore without these giant permits. So
you can't sell anymore?
Nope.
No?
No, not in California. Most of the 10 best growers I know can't sell cannabis in California right now.
They can't?
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
You really think so, that they can't sell cannabis in California?
Well, not to a dispensary because they don't have the right permit.
Oh, wait a second.
I knew where you were going. Oh, the black market's back. Is that what you were insinuating, Grandpa?
I don't like that term.
Private sector?
I like to call it the non-regulated market, the illicit market, the informal market, but I don't want to call it the black market.
All right. No, I got you. Well, here they call it the private sector.
I'm going to continue that even after this conversation.
I will. From now on, I will. I promise you, I will. The non-regulated side. Did you catch that, boss? Non-regulated side. Well, see, you got a problem in California right now. I can buy a pound of cannabis for $800, and a pound of cannabis sells in Florida for $6,000. That's a problem.
So this friend of mine was down in town, and he was selling pounds for $500.
Jesus fucking Christ. Good pounds?
18%.
Jesus Christ. And so you know how much of this is ending up in the states where it's so much more expensive. So.
Yeah, but wait a second. But that same stuff, if you go into a dispensary, it's still got to be $400 an ounce or $300 an ounce.
Here's a great example. I'm a medical guy.
He's getting $500 a pound, and the dispensary is getting $500 an ounce.
So that's fucked up. Yeah, that's fucked up.
I should say that the state in the dispensary, you know. But anyway,
no,
it's really insane.
No, it is. And as I mentioned, one of the bigger problems is
because this guy was selling pounds for $500. So, or let's say he was selling them for $700. That's why there's an informal market now.
I get it. No, I understand. And so I'm a card holder here in Arizona, and I buy medibles in the stores. That's where I buy. And I'm an owner. I did a discount. And candy, I mean, my dose of medicine is still $25 a night for some gummy bears. And I can get them in the private sector or the non-regulated market for $10. So, yeah, there's a problem, you know?
Well, I'm saying that the more robust the taxes, the more robust the informal market will be. I have to I'll be back in one moment.
No problem, Ed. Thanks, sir. Hey, that's it for a good show. Fuck, man, was Ed awesome or what? Working with Kyle Cushman for next week's show. If you have somebody that you want to be on the WeedNerd show, you can email me at subcoolseeds@gmail.com and I'll fucking hook it up.
They say, Jess, you got to kill the queen and then you made it.
We're going to go out with a hit of Purple Punch, which we have in the grow room back there at day 51. We'll be harvesting pretty soon. You'll be able to watch harvest unfold of course, on the Instagram stream. We can't upload live anymore, so follow my stream, Subcool's IG and Subcool 420.
The mess you made was nominated. Do you now put away your welcome soon you find you've overstated? Hey now, every time I lose attitude, so divine, heaven elevator, oh wow, my fortune faded. Never mind the consequences of the crime this time.
Check out the new website, subcool.com. We'll see you online. Have a dank day.